Okay, so I was wearing a different sweater, but just sitting up here, I was sweating, even with the AC on. It is, oh God, what's the temperature? It's 84 today. Dear Lord. So yeah, it's hot. Um, Also, it's daylight savings time, day, whatever, and I've been wonky all day, every time. Is this just, I would like to think that this is something that's always happened to me. However, I do blame getting older. I do think it's still used to hit me the same way, but I think the rigidity of a school setting made it easier to deal with. But being self-employed, oh woe is me, without a set structure, even with my, own routine, it is weird. So, yeah. That's too hot for March. It's too goddamn hot for March. We had the LA Marathon today, and it's so hot that they were telling people if it gets too hot. Okay, the AC just kicked back on. I also have a cold Dr. Pepper. Also, this is why I can't have soda in my apartment. I got these. I got like a 12 pack like 3 days ago, and I think I have three left. This is like the fourth one remaining. What is wrong with me? But what's it called? God, my hair is also a mess. But I'm just like, when you feel wonky, so like everything's off. I was like, I have the makings of a Substack post that's almost done, but like I literally physically could not get myself to sit there and write it today, finish writing it. So maybe I figured, let me force myself to yap, because you guys are my journal, obviously, although I do journal, and we'll see if this, wow. And we'll see if this helps things. When my roots start growing and I look like I'm balding, that's actually crazy. Okay, well, close enough. Anyways, so yeah, do you guys want the roundup of F1 drama post-race? Reese's Eggs and the big flats of Arnold Palmer. Okay. So, you guys, the race was yesterday. Max was all excited about winning driver of the day. Max did win. I don't think we voted. We never talked about voting, I think. I think we talked about it, but we didn't actually vote. And then, the way I hate how my hair looks actually, God. See, I feel off. Nothing feels right. This is so annoying. It's such a weird day. I hate when my body does this. It's so, okay. Let's do, he did the Max thing, yeah. A lot of people forgot Lando was in the race, which I do find fascinating. I saw a lot of people on Twitter that it's like, holy shit, like Lando was here. It's like, yeah, he was. What do you mean? There was a driver briefing before the race, okay? And apparently, Max swore and got really upset in this driver briefing. And this driver briefing is supposed to be confidential. However, the media was talking about things that happened in this driver briefing. So there is a rat amongst the drivers. Now, I'm not saying that it's Fernando Alonso or George Russell, but they are often at the scene of these crimes. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Happy Women's Day, yes. I have messaged my dad several times to remind him that he has a daughter, and that I'm his favorite kid. And so if he would like to, honor women by Venmoing me today, he should do so. If he feels so inclined. Has he done so? No, but he was driving back from Vegas. Try to text him and see if he made it back from Vegas. Usually when I make those jokes, he does send me money. It's George the Tom Holland of F1. No, because he doesn't. Tom Holland genuinely fucked up a lot, and then they started using it as a marketing tactic. Did you make it home? Okay. Yeah, this was my text to him yesterday. I said, also tomorrow's International Women's Day in case you are feeling the need to open your Venmo app, is literally what I texted him yesterday. Yeah, that's Kimmy and Ollie are definitely the Tom Holland because they they leak things, or Esteban leaking the entire plot of the F1 movie to the premiere for the drivers because he thought he was yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. Like he was just talking, like his actual thoughts. Um, but George, like that was the beef with George and Max previously in 2023 ish. No, 2024. Sorry, where Max and where we got those, he lashes out with anger and violence. That all started because George and Max were like on the same page with something, okay, about an incident where they collided. And, to his face, like, defended Max was like, he was to Max, like, oh, everything's fine. And then he went to the FIA and was like, this was unsafe. He intentionally hit me. And so Max was like, I don't care what you tell your FIA buddies. Don't do this to me, basically. And so the implication is that George has friends in the FAA, obviously. Now, a lot of these guys do have friends that are in the journal spaces. Some of them date the journalists. So, I mean, could this be Fernando Alonso pillow talk? Or is George in a group chat that says media girly pops? And he's like, OMG, you'll never believe what Max said in the briefing. Like, could this be, like, so someone leaked something is my understanding. And let me see if I can pull it up. It was definitely not Max, because it was Max's comments that were leaked, and he was upset that they were leaked. Not because he sorry, this is a really cute image of Frank from The Bride. Okay, hang on. Where's my likes? Oh wait, no, I quote tweeted something. Okay, also, people realize they did change the intro for the drivers, because Carlos was so far away in the initial intro. He is slightly more cropped in last night's intro for the race. So apparently they are listening to complaints about the intro, to which I then quote tweeted that post pointing that out. And I said, fantastic. Why is every driver lit differently? Why are some so far, yet I am given the POV of being inside some of their nostrils? So there was that. That was one post I made. My Twitter, I'm full of gold, Okay, so someone said, there is a rat among F1 drivers who is leaking private info to the media. On Friday, there was a drivers' meeting. The purpose of the meeting was to give drivers a space to openly raise sporting and safety concerns with the F1 and the FIA, with the clear understanding that everything discussed would remain private. Yet the next day, confidential details from that meeting appeared in the media. So the question is, who is that rat? So this is from Express. Max Verstappen vents fury as F1 snitch leaks private Australian GP chat with FIA chiefs. The Red Bull driver didn't hold back. This is from Amos Murphy. Sleeve is awesome. This is a sweater. It was not the sweater I was wearing today initially, but it's way too hot up here. And it's 84 degrees in LA today because the world doesn't want me to be comfortable, I guess. Max Verstappen has called out the snitch in the Formula One paddock as fury spreads among the drivers. Comes ahead of the first Grand Prix of the 2026 season with suggestions that one of the drivers has been leaking communications from the FIA to the media. It's alleged that a routine meeting was held between the drivers and the FIA on Friday. The purpose of the meeting was for drivers to freely address sporting and safety concerns with F1 and the FIA, with strict instructions for the details to be kept private. By Saturday morning, though, it was clear that trust had been broken, with leaks having surfaced in media outlets and on social media. The so-called snitch has angered some drivers, with Verstappen among those hitting out at the mystery person. Speaking in Melbourne, he said, "It's a bit weird that you know that. Drivers shouldn't be talking about that with other people. It's not professional from the people involved." Tensions have already flared ahead of the 2026 season getting underway. As the debate surrounding the new engine regulations continues to rumble on, Verstappen has been a long-term critic of the engine changes, with the Dutchman labeling the changes as Formula E on steroids. By the way, Lando, fucker, okay? You're my driver, but I give you a shit time, okay? he also complained about driving the fucking cars over this weekend. So I'm so sorry, Mr. It's Our Job to Drive. I am going to give you shit about this because no. No, you don't get to tell Max to retire if he's unhappy driving the car. To then turn around and be like, yeah, these cars suck. Because you said it second? No. Didn't George yap during the race about the meeting too? Yeah, but that was after it already leaked, I believe. Yeah, he mentions the meeting. Isn't that what we talked about in the meetings? So it depends I don't know exactly what they're saying leaked. It sounds like a journalist asked Max a question. He was like, it's weird that you know that because it's something that was said in the meeting. Therefore, if that's the case, then there's the possibility of, let me see, is there another, my likes. See if I can find the quote from Lando. God, I've spent too much time on Twitter today. It depends what was leaked. I don't know what was leaked. If it was about the safety situations, okay. Retro, did I thank you for subscribing? I don't know if I did. Retro, you won the Swell Grand Prix for resubscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Sorry, I feel like I acknowledged it in the Hermes. Why are we barking? The what's it called? Sorry, I'm scrolling for the. It depends what it was. If it was about safety concerns, and I'm George and I'm head of the GDPA, okay? It depends. God, would you leak it or not? Because if it's a safety concern and they're not being allowed to publicly talk about it, okay? Drivers are not allowed to publicly voice their concerns for the FIA or the safety regulations. They're not allowed to complain. We're now seeing reports of negative comments about the new regulations from this race are being hidden by F1, like in their replies, and various comments are being deleted on posts. If you say this was boring after blank or anything like that, those comments are being deleted because they don't want complaints about the new regulations and stuff. Which, Jesus fucking Christ, I don't know. But these drivers should be allowed to share their safety concerns. But if you want support for safety things to be changed, X, Y, and Z, would you leak it? But then again, George won, you know. I don't think you wait to leak it if that's the concern. If your concern is before the race, because let's put it this way. If you I don't know what was leaked. What I think was leaked was talks of his swearing. I don't know what else was leaked. If it was safety concerns, then that leaks. Like Max was really passionate. You want it to leak beforehand because then if something bad happens before the race or during the race, you want it on record that concerns were raised beforehand and that there's like a thing versus like, oh, it was in a private meeting because then they can claim, no, it wasn't actually leaked because it was a private meeting. Do you have the notes from that meeting? No, you don't. It was a private meeting. Someone leaked something. It probably was nothing like nefarious. Sorry, I have like a bump or something. Probably was nothing nefarious is my guess, unless someone's being shitty. But I mean, it's too early to be playing mind games with each other, you know, frankly. There's no point. You could be playing mind games with the wrong fucking person. But could Alonso have said something to his girlfriend? Maybe. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I liked a bunch. Okay, so have any of you watched Ladies of London on Peacock or Bravo? Has anyone watched it? The new season. They just rebooted the whole cast. No? Okay. So far, it could be peak reality television. I need to see episode 3 for me to really make my final assessment. But it's set in London, okay? And like half the cast is Americans that live in London, which also slightly funny, okay? Um, and already one of the original cast members left the show by the end of episode 2. A woman whose baby daddy is married to Princess Eugenia. There's like actual ladies on the show and stuff. I don't know. It's a mess. I'm excited. I'm intrigued. I need to see episode 3 to like really see, because like if this one woman being off the show now totally makes it fall apart without having this like random. She wasn't particularly good for reality television. I don't think she was handling things well to begin with. She seemingly was very worried about how she was going to be portrayed. So in her confessionals, which is where they film the cast members like talking about situations, she was lying about everything. She was like, we're not that very good of friends. Meanwhile, her friend of 20 years is like, oh my God, we're the best friends. We call each other Bunny. And it's like, she clearly was like really obsessed with how she was portrayed. And she was American. But she clearly was very bothered by how she was being portrayed, or very trying to like social climb via the show, it seemed, in a sense. However, one of the girls heard a rumor that she was a madam. Okay. And then her friend of 20 years was like, no, she's an architect. She's a Harvard architect. Like, totally defending her. Because, like, this is her best friend of 20 years. And then this girl, who's the not madam, but I think she might be a madam, she was like, no, she was cringe and we're not that close of friends. And, like, kind of shit-talking this girl who has defended her and is calling her best friend. And I was just like, oh, Jesus. Okay. And so it all comes to a head. Because this girl throws a dinner party, okay, and invites all the women, and there's the funniest scene. This is one of the reasons that made me like this cast, because one of the issues that Bravo has with all of their reality television shows, especially some of the shows, the women are too good about being on television, okay? They've either been on the shows for too long, or they're too aware of how they're portrayed, and so they're very rigid in their portrayal of themselves, okay? And I think this was this girl's Dara problem, the one that left the show, okay? She, at our dinner party, raises a toast, and she was like, I just wanted to bring us all together because we are all driven by the entrepreneurial spirit, and half of the table starts looking at each other. It's like, we're all self-made women. And one of the women goes, has she looked around the table? And like one of them is the son, like one of the women, one of the cast members of Ladies of London is this guy who's been on reality TV before, but he's a total fucking diva. I'm kind of obsessed with him. He hasn't done like a specific like this is his shot, so I think he's kind of like a friend of that is like a we'll see how he plays out in the next episode. But he apparently is like, his father is super fucking wealthy and his mother was like a Russian princess. Like 2 of the other women at the table are like come from wealth, and so they're all like what are you talking about? And like in their moments, like Mark is like, I am so thrilled to hear that I'm a self-made woman. And then one of the women, who her dad is like a tech entrepreneur multi-millionaire, and she like just lives in London for fun and is just like, because she's American, but she wants to drink at 10 a.m. and doesn't want to get shit about it. She's like, I've never had an entrepreneurial bone in my body. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Like, and it's funny because it's like, this cast knows who they are and they're okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that is absurd to tell a group of people, some of whom are like married into the aristocracy, you know, that they are self-made individuals, is very funny. Happy Women's Day, yes. Ladies of London, yes. Love that hairstyle on you. Thank you. My hair was irritating me, so I just pinned my bangs back. But it was so good, okay? And then one of the women was like, you know, I just find it interesting that you're talking about like supporting women when you're shit talking your friend. Like at her own dinner party. And it's like, well, you called her cringe. And this girl that was being spoken about goes silent. And Dara's like, no, I didn't say that. It doesn't sound like me. I didn't say that. And the girl, she then like gets up at one point and leaves, and she's like, I just think it's bullshit. Like she lied. And then her friend, the girl that's like supposedly her friend of 20 years, is like, oh, I fully believe myself when she says that because cringe is an American term. And Dara does use language like cringe. She's very bothered about things being cringe. I fully believe that she called me cringe. And it's hurtful. This is my friend of 20 years. And she then, this girl Dara, get this, leaves the dinner, like walks out to go to production, the producers, and is like on camera, on mic, okay, so I did say that, but I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this right now. So I don't know what you need to have happen, but I probably did say those things. We were filming, so I did say those things, but we're not doing this. And then she goes back to the table and then again continues to say that she didn't say that. Legit, from what I'm reading, Brit's complaining about Megan is completely insane. Mm-hmm. And so they're all like, did you say it or not? Like, also, are you a madam? And it's crazy because, like, she is an architect, but there's a bunch of other women that came to her dinner, and the other women are, like, trying to understand how she knows these girls, and they both look at her like, how do I know you? Like, which is a very weird thing to say. You would just, like, yeah, I met her through this, or, like, yeah, oh, we've been friends for years, you know? But to say, how do I know you? Oh, she's a connector of people? Sounds like a very classy way to say madam. And she ends up leaving the show. She literally starts at the table. She's like, no, you know what, guys? I don't think I'm cut. I don't think I'm prepared to be on a television show. I don't think this is for me. And she leaves the show and left the friend group and stopped filming with them immediately. Like, insane. And the girl who she was talking about, her friend, went and, went on Watch What Happens Live, and she was like, yeah, we talked afterwards and had, like, the come to Jesus conversation that I haven't spoken to her since filming, basically. But Dara, her child's stepmom is now Princess Eugenia. So some people were speculating that the royal family was not comfortable with her being on the show. But I don't think that's it. I think she got caught in a lie and, like, couldn't use the show to her advantage anymore. Because it was one thing that the show did on, like, the first episode that I thought was interesting is, as Dara is talking about, you guys may know my son's new stepmom. And it's like, Eugenia is amazing. She's the sweetest person. I'm so glad she's in my life. And then it cuts to an article of her quoted saying that, like, the family broke up her family. Like, the royal family broke up her family so that Eugenia could be with her husband. Her not husband, but her husband, And I was like, oh, I see what you think was going to happen here. Like, she clearly thought this was going to be, like, the leg up into a new lifestyle for her, truly, this show. And, like, the reality is, it's like, sure, reality television can get you that. You can take the risk and visibility. A risk in visibility is a risk, and you always have the possibility of things coming out, But it was so good. We'll see if episode 3 is good. Episode 3 needs to maintain momentum, but we shall see. So I'm looking for that quote from Lando. Oh yeah, Checo was funny. Checo posted his photo dumps from the race. One of them is a photo of him ahead of Liam. Liam said, is this guy stupid or what? Fucking stupid or what? And Checo was laughing and was like, what is this guy's problem? Haha. So. Also, apparently there are photos of Yuki in both his Red Bull team kit and his V-Carb team kit. With this rate, okay, I'm telling you, summer break. Depending on how Liam does this weekend, my guess is summer break, Yuki is in a seat. That's my guess. Where is the quote from Yeah, Arvid did an interview where he was like, listen, I know I'm young, but like I am a great athlete. I am a fierce competitor. And everyone's like, oh my god, you guys, Arvid is who Liam thought he was. For Yuki and Arvid team, I do think Arvid might eat him alive. But we'll see. It depends. At least on track. Off track, maybe not. On track, probably. Viaplay. You were fighting with Max as well, Arvid. Yeah, smiles. That was pretty cool. Let's see. I feel like I liked the tweet, or at least the tweet being like, hey, we won't forget. Do we like Arvid? I don't dislike Arvid. I don't know enough about him yet to like have a true negative opinion. But I do always root for the rookies. I mean, you can't argue with results, you know, so far. So there's that. Oh, where are you? Oh. Yeah, do we know why Liam dropped like a rock? Did anyone like that made Franco do that? Like, did he just have no clear start? Was that the issue? Because Franco's like save was because he couldn't. Liam dropped. Looks like he stalled. He got going, but it looks like he was ahead of everyone and then slowed down. It was weird. Here it is. 2 champions, 2 pretty strong opinions on the new F1 regulations. This is from the 6th. Max, I'm definitely not having fun at all with these cars. You can make up your mind, but if you look at the onboard, you see enough, right? And then Lando, we've come from the best cars ever and the nicest to drive to probably the worst. Lando Norris, I hope you know the North remembers what you said a few weeks ago. I love that these cars were a mess. Like, it's really cool and fun and exciting. And what's crazy is, like, we could have a totally different ending grid by the time the race starts. For China. Hermes, leave them alone. I don't dislike Lando. Sometimes I do like him, but he just does say things that rub me the wrong way. I just think, like I said, his rich kid jumps out from time to time, and it stresses me out. For her to get better strategy by next weekend. You know, they should fire half the strategy team and bring me in. Like, just me and Lewis and Charles on the radio being like, see this guy ahead of you? Take him out. Because I don't know how you don't. Okay, action everywhere you looked is the Formula One official tweet from last night. 45 overtakes in Australia 2025, and then 120 overtakes at the 2026 Australia GP. However, the context note, F1 is actively censoring fans' opinion from the new regulations as seen in the hidden replies. Should we pull up the hidden replies? Can I see the hidden replies? View hidden replies. So this is from the F1 account. Strat from last year looks good. Let's see, some of these are in languages. It was artificial and fucking stupid anti-racing. You can't be fucking serious in thinking this was anything more than a complete joke and the most farcical joke of F1 ever. That was total shit. These regs are total shit. The FIA are letting Mercedes cheat too. That was all one tweet. Next tweet. 10 of those overtakes in this bullshit, and it's linking to a tweet that's not pulling up. Fuck this shitty regulation. Bring back the V10s or the V8s. That's translated from Spanish. They really work at overtime to sell you on this garbage. Some real government level propaganda. It's another tweet. Swapping positions for one corner and swapping back because battery power isn't an overtake. It's a fucking video move. Go fuck yourself. Energy managing overtakes. The worst F1 since 2014. Change the fucking cars, honestly. Artificial overtakes. Bullshit. You killed the spirit of the sport. This is not karting, you fucking R-word. The cars are still what? I don't know what word that is. Action. You mean no power to drive? F1 is dead. Not raw overtaking, but manufactured woke shit. I'm so curious how we got to woke. I'm so curious. Fuck off. Fucking bot. Fuck off. It's like watching Mario Kart. Also, racing isn't just about overtakes. Anyone can see overtakes on the highway. It's making what? Defending, attacking, holding position, which is now impossible. That was more because Ferrari fucked up on virtual safety cars. In the midfield, there were still some battles. Yes, it was more like before at the end, but I think it is a great start for those regs. Quality is shit. Not denying that. Race was decent. That was someone replying to someone else. The fact that they also hid the reply defending them is odd. It's shit. No shit. You're running electric cars, not electric. I wouldn't brag about 4 shitty overtakes. All of them shitbox with a battery. I'm still going. This is still the same fucking tweet. Delusion in every word you speak. Hard eyes emoji. Artificially increasing these numbers with a stupid reg doesn't make it entertaining. F1, you idiots. If you say it enough, you will believe your own bullshit. Hashtag this is not racing. It's not F1 racing anymore because it's all about how you execute a fucking battery. F1 was all about flat out racing and taking corners as hard as you could. After 35 years of watching F1, this is the first time I have the feeling of I'm done with F1. You are making fucking electric cars that charge and discharge from time to time, giving you fake overtakes, while combustion engine is now just a showpiece for running the car. Shit. You shameless fuckers. Skull emoji. Fuck off, you sons of bitches. That one's also translated from Spanish. You people just cannot accept that you've been wrong this whole time, can you? It's pathetic. This is what the sport needs, not some boring fucking overtakeless crap that you lot seem to want. See, again, this is one defending them. Why is it hidden? Who is this person they're replying to? Okay, so clearly some dude... God, what was his post that everyone's replying to? Okay, this dude Dave, who does like commentary and stuff, he said, who cares about overtakes? It's so fake. This is by far the worst F1 venue I have ever witnessed in maybe 25 years. And then a bunch of these replies that are defending the regs were also hidden, but it looks like his reply wasn't hidden, so I don't know why they did that. Shut the fuck up, wanker. That's Steph 1. Oh, fuck off. We don't care this shit. This is Formula E PR. No, I'm Formula E PR. 120 shit overtakes. And this here is exactly what is wrong with the good majority of the F1 fan base, thinking more overtakes equals real or quality racing. That's true F1 though. That's not the... Okay, whatever. Shit racing. Stop with this fake boost, please. These are not overtakes. These are cars running out of battery being passed by others before they run out of battery too, and positions are reversed again. No real overtakes, taking risks. You ruined F1 fucking idiots. I can keep going. There's more. I don't give a fuck about artificial overtakes. Heart eye emojis, hashtag Australian GP. Go fuck yourself. This reg is shit. Bring back real engine. And say to the guys that don't want it that they can go fuck themselves and left F1. What? Oh. Was fucking wank that. Forced overtakes on powerful vacuum cleaners. Commentary desperately trying to make it sound exciting and like it's a good thing. Whenever should an F1 car slow on a straight? I get the for sustainability, but to claim to be the pinnacle of motorsport? Bullshit action, nothing wheel to wheel. How do you really feel about it? I'm just going through these replies, dude. I'm still going. There's hundreds of tweets. It was a shit race. Only the idiots that made these horrific calculations cannot see that and hide the truth behind stupid stats. They ruined the sport only to bring an Audi and Honda. Pathetic decision. When there is multiple cars with 2 to 3 laps behind, it's shit. How many were actually meaningful to the race? Tit for tat passing because technical advantage alternates is not racing. Yeah, because that's the thing. So the way overtaking works is you have to be in close proximity to a car, but behind them. So if you overtake and you have the power energy to overtake, if your battery, you have enough energy to overtake, but then you run out of overtaking trying to gain an advantage, then the car that you just overtook now has the ability to overtake you. Hence the on-track musical chairs that was basically happening last night. So I have no clue what the context of these tweets are, but I still feel like I'm losing brain cells. So T-Witch, these are all the hidden replies to F1's tweet, like the official F1 Twitter account, talking about how amazing the overtakes were last night compared to 2025's Australia GP. And these are all the people either shitting on them or defending them, but also being hidden. So still weird. At this point, just turn off the comments. Shitty. You fucked it up completely. Congrats on ruining Formula One. Like, how many tweets are actually here? Stop this fucking shit show. Did they not hide any of the photos? But they're getting engagement, I guess. They want it to look like a positive thing, not like everyone's pissed off. So. Any press is good press, not to them, I guess. This is why I don't use Twitter. Unfortunately, Threads is kind of getting full of slop right now, and it's irritating me, so... At least I've curated my bullshit on here a little bit better. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Cadillac's next set of upgrades will come to the Japanese Grand Prix, which means I'll get to see it. Also, as of right now, just to keep you guys updated on my plans, I'm still going to Japan. I am fortunate enough to be in California, so for me, it's a straight shot. So I'm not going to Europe or anything like that. But we shall see. I'm playing it by ear. Oh yeah, it's raining oil in Tehran because the United States and Israel decided to bomb an oil refinery. Because everything is awful and horrible all the time. But Sinners won Best Original Screenplay at the 78th Writers Guild Awards. So that's good. Yes. I will say it is really nice to see Cadillac be like so supportive of everyone on the team because they're acknowledging like they are building this team from scratch. And so like Checo being like, oh, amazing, da 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 da. And, you know, being supportive of each other. It's very nice. When is the Oscars? This weekend? Yes? This coming weekend? This does feel like the longest award season in a while. To get gas when the car is half full because who knows how high prices are going to go. Yeah, I haven't been driving my car much. I filled up before that Monday, like last week, just in case. But I haven't been taking it out. But I mean, there's a prediction I saw that said by the end of the year, LA, it could be up to $8. So we'll see. We're already at 5 in certain areas out here. The Ayatollah's son is now the new leader. Is that confirmed? It was $2.99 a gallon today. Paid for $15 for 5. Nice. Hard with the prices. Yeah. BBC and Al Jazeera. Okay. Gotcha. Like, I just need you guys to see this, actually. Like, we did that, you know? But sure, this is about freeing the people of Iran, freeing them to breathe in toxic fumes and cause an ecological disaster. This won't just affect them, by the way. There's already winds showing that the smoke and chemicals are being blasted throughout, you know, the rest of the continent. Like, I don't know. I do know. It's fucking bullshit. It's horrible, you know? But we have these fucking idiots here. Like the amount of people that are gonna die, plants, animals. I saw images of cats just covered in black oil rain from today. Like, you know? Like, you know, I yell about AI a lot. I yell about, you know, the TikTok shop, the bullshit, you know? But, like, you can use a paper straw for the rest of your life. You could use no straw for the rest of your life. But, like, think of everything, the damage to this country, to this environment, the flora, the fauna, the human lives, the ozone of these chemicals being blasted into the atmosphere, aside from the immediate damage of to the people there. Like, like, I'm not gonna start screaming, but oh my fucking god. Mandarin Queef and Call of Duty cosplay. Sec Def Pete Hegseth. No, it's Sec War. Sec Wa. Gagseth on Dicketh. Why can't he just go drink and fuck off? Like, I genuinely. Pete Kegseth. Yeah. I just call him the town drunk. Which people say is disrespectful. Because town drunks are usually, you know, at least funny. You know, they serve a purpose to the town. He doesn't serve a purpose other than insanity. So. Happy Women's Day, thank you. Send money. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's what I told my dad. I was like, by the way, you have your favorite child. It happens to be a woman. I don't think I could possibly be more embarrassed to be an American right now. Mm-hmm. Oh, I did see. Okay. So I don't know how true this is, so take it with a grain of salt. Okay? Like a of salt. But this report sounds about right. Okay? So remember ICE, Department of Homeland Security, everyone being like, hey, do you want a $50,000 bonus? Do you want that bonus? Do you want that bonus? And they got people to sign up with that bonus. And then they found out, uh-oh, that bonus is over the course of 5 years. So if you leave before that 5 years is up, you don't get that money. Remember that part? Okay. So apparently also when they signed up, they also said that they are willing to be sent overseas. Supposedly. So now they might be deployed out. If true, it's important to read the fine print of everything and not let money sway you. It's important to not be a class traitor of your fellow neighbors just because they're a different color than you, you know? So I don't feel bad. The SS got deported into the war as well. What's the phrase? You're getting what you voted for. Technically, it was in the contract, so I mean, hey, you knew what you were signing up for. You read everything, right? You guys can read. Right? Well, that's a monkey paw thing if I ever saw one. It's part of the requirements. Yeah. Skies would melt if they went to Iran. I mean, hey, we'll see. I'm so sure they can read. I think the best example of don't be a class traitor is that one McDonald's worker that turned in Luigi for the money and then didn't get the money because she called the wrong hotline. And then got fired from her job because she called the police on company time with a company phone. Yeah. Have a good night. Bye. My brother texted me. Should I send him my Venmo? He's a waiter. He won't send anything, but I do think it would be really... you know what? I'm going to send it because I think it's funny. I'm just sending the screenshot of the account. Luigi didn't do it. I know he didn't do it. As a man, I will think about what I have done. Go, women. Official words from my brother Grant. My brother replied, okay, what the fuck? In case you want to pay it forward for your gender. He's in Boston. He put a thumbs down to the photo of my Venmo. It's not like I helped raise him or anything. He might call me to be like, hey, what the fuck? I think my words are enough. Actions speak louder. Just in case. Let's see. The bar is in hell, girl. Sending money is an action that will speak loud. It's exactly what I said. I'm just gonna send the Venmo thing to my dad as well. He might still be on the road. I texted him asking if he made it back, and he didn't. I Cash App people, I like to put feet pics in the for section, regardless of what it was actually for. Oh, some fucking dude. I think I muted this post. Yeah, okay, some fucking account named The Tickler liked an old post of mine from 2024. The post is, in quotes, if they want to jerk off to my feet, they can jerk off to my feet, I don't care. Quotes from TwitchCon. And the tickler replied with a halo emoji. Did not follow me. Thank you for the 100 bits, Kuna. Kuna! Thank you for supporting me, Okwaman. Thank you, Kuna. Guys, see, Kuna donated. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I am bad at asking for money. This is part of my job. I should be better. This is the moment. I should be leveraging this. Do you guys hate women? I can't do it. God, this is why I could never do FinDom. I did look at it for a bit before YouTube took off. I did look at financial domination. Every once in a while I think about it. Because sometimes men, their existence just irritates me. And I feel like I should be better at just asking them for money. But I don't. Or demanding money, not asking, demanding money from them. Because that's what financial domination is. Wasn't the tickler a character in Game of Thrones? That's definitely not what that is. That's definitely not what that if you scroll through that account, you know that's not what that is. That is from the 75% of me that doesn't identify as a woman. Thank you, Kuna. Retro time! Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you. Norbing Ing. Thank you for following. Okay. Mon the Gers, thank you for giving a gift sub. Just watch Wilderness Whispers before every Dom session. There we go, so I can yell at men. Motivation from Wilderness Whispers. Oh, guys, I'm not telling you this girl's name. Okay, but I have a new pet peeve. Okay, I have a new pet peeve in the outdoor space. Because remember how I was complaining about how I wasn't being served enough women campers? I have finally started getting served more women campers and outdoor creators. Okay, which is great. I did finally, though, find one that irritates me. And she irritates me, not for the reason that you will think. She irritates me because every single video is an emergency. She has no, like, the situational awareness, her survival instinct is not good. And, like, it's not, like, with people. It's not like people, like, she is actively, like, purposely staying in a flood area. And then a storm hits. And she's like, I guess I'm stuck for 3 days, you know? And I'm like, okay. No, we're done. Like, I watched the first video and I was like, okay, you didn't try and leave? At for when the first, I get being stuck, but it doesn't look like she's stuck. She didn't try to move. Sunny, thank you for the 500 bits. Thank you. We are on level 2 of a hype train. Thank you. Thank you all so much for supporting women. And by women, I mean me. Because I don't know if you guys know this. I'm a woman. But yeah, no, she was just, every one of her thumbnails was like, I got stuck without a heater in freezing cold temperatures. And I'm like, okay. No. So yeah, I have a new, I guess, sort of nemesis. One-sided. I do feel like I do better when I have one-sided beef, you know, with someone. Because, like, I want better for us women, okay? Let me see if one of her videos will pop up as I'm scrolling and I can read a title. Or not a title, I can read a thumbnail detail. I'm not giving you too many details because I don't want you to find her. But scrolling through some of these, I was just like, let's see. Oh, let me go to my history. Duh. History. Her title, the title of her channel is the name of something that you would think. And, like, I'm assuming this is, like, the point. But like all of them. The scariest night. Terrifying thunderstorm truck camping in a flash flood zone. Like, and I mean, it's working. All of her videos have like over 1 million views. Like, she gets good views, you know? So, have one-sided beef is great unless you have it with like a building and then people kind of think you're weird. Oh no, I still fully hate 432 Park Avenue. So, have to make sure I'm doing my part. Thank you, Sunny. We're got 2 minutes on the level 3 hype train if anyone else wants to. Is that the girl that set her 10 up on the rocks and the tide came in? You were watching on stream a few months ago? No, I don't think it's the same girl. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, so. Okay, that one fake Reddit mod, by the way, that parody account is still getting all of the attention from these accounts. Okay, I almost want to watch this video because I'm so intrigued by the setup, but we'll see. It's a genre. One of my heroes, Mick Foley, never have a one-sided grudge with someone more successful than you. I mean, she's technically more successful than me, but whatever. I mean, it's more so because I'm like, girl, I want better for us. If you're making camping content, like, we don't have to be putting ourselves in danger all the time, but it's working. All of her, like, I'm in danger videos have, like, over 2 million views. The attic drama? What attic drama? Is there attic drama? Oh, God damn it. What do you mean there's attic drama on Threads? Threads. Continue. Give me my account. Do I just search attic drama? Thank you for following. Is this like a TIC? Is this what I heard? Whose attic is leaking mystery goo and there's a bunch of flies. Oh, she tagged science threads? Okay, let's see. I'll show y'all. Help, what the fuck? What is it saying? Is there sound? Is it beehives? Oh, it's flies. Oh, there's flies. Oh, yeah, girly pop, you got a body or 6 up there. I thought it was honey, like maybe it was bees, but I think those are flies. Yeah, those look like flies. Dead animals, maybe? Yeah, these are all flies. It is stated in the lease that we aren't permitted in the attic and it is padlocked. Oh, it's a rental. Oh, call the cops. Call the cops. That's a body or a couple. Oh no. It is stated in the lease that we aren't permitted in the attic and it is padlocked. I want to know what the fuck is being hidden because why is the attic leaking brown shit and why are there so many flies? And yes, this house is evidence of water damage. So guys, I don't have an update. My husband is at work. I feel weird calling the cops. We are gonna see what the landlord says and what is gonna be done. And I'm done with this shit because we have been having health issues here and have been trying to get out. This is literally the last fucking straw. Please don't call the cops for me, guys. I got this. I don't know this was gonna blow up. I just thought someone was gonna say a rotting roof or something. That's why I put it on science threads. Guys, it might just be a raccoon or some shit, but the part I didn't add yet because I don't know that was going to lead to a crime scene study is that our landlord just so happened to move to Florida due to a job offer about a month ago. I called the fire department, guys. We live in a very small town and our power has been out for a little due to a storm. They're on the call, but someone will be here ASAP. And guys, if you could have been there for how my life has been for like the last 5 years and how my body slams I've been through, including losing our home, you'd understand why I'm just like, this is fine. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm boring. LOL. I literally didn't know anybody was going to see this. I have an update in the AM. But until then, there's another video I had of them coming out of the attic vents. Hey everybody, we are taking care of this a little bit more privately because, again, I didn't know this was going to blow up and my mental state hasn't always been the best. This set me a little over, but as soon as we have the big details, everybody will know. As this may be exciting, in reality, this is our actual place where we live, and there have been other stuff we have dealt with here too, so that's a lot going on. Thank you for understanding. Okay, so guys, the fire department had never showed last night, so we did end up contacting the landlord earlier today, letting him know of the issues and the actions that will be taken if there's no show of concern for the situation, and so far he's not responding, looking at the messages, but not messaging back. I'm sorry to hear you guys are looking to move out. Your health is important, and I can certainly understand that. I have been on the phone today looking for someone to come and take a look at that. At what is going on in the attic. Unfortunately, it being Sunday, it has not went all that well. I would come out and take a look at it myself, but I'm out of town at the moment. I will let you guys know as soon as I find a person to come look at it. I'm done with this. We have explained before about the issues of the home, in which he immediately replied, showed no care in the world because he was a landlord, that's why. Even stated he didn't want to spend the money when I asked for the air ducts to be inspected. My husband messaged a little bit ago explaining that due to his neglect, we are moving out and have been trying to, and this is all we got. My daughter had been into the hospital a few times due to asthma that she didn't have before and have been itching her skin intensely. Our most recent info is that we are trying to see if the landlord responds by the end of the day tomorrow to get someone out here. If not, we'll be taking further action to find out. And honestly, we are tired of these battles. Call the cops. If it's not a body, it's something that is causing physical ailment in your daughter and you. Call the police. These are unsafe living conditions. I don't know what state you're in, but call the police. You're in unsafe living conditions. The fact that the fire department didn't come out is weird. Our most recent info is that we are waiting. I have a separate post with the link to our GoFundMe, but it was requested. Hey, fucking Calm app. Just checking in to see if there's somehow incredibly not calm situation. I brought drinks for everyone while we wait. Liz, we are worried. Everyone's like, use the bell for notifications. And I'm saying no, like my picture of Dolly Parton's wig so I can get updates. Why? In a country getting bombed by another country right now, and I'm more invested in what's in your attic. Don't leave us hanging is crazy. That's weird. After reading the comments, oh no, it's a crime scene. Stairs and especially heinous. You need an old priest and a young priest. My 8-year-old just said, that's a body up there. Bet my French fries. Okay, now I kind of want French fries. Yeah, regardless, a dead bee colony, a water leak, a demon infestation. So not the most comforting list, but I'm sure it turns out. At the very least, you need to call the police. You do not have access to something. It is causing an external issue on your home. You do have renter's rights. Call the fucking cops. Break that padlock. Make sure the home is safe to be inhabited. What are we doing? Like, I don't know if... Yeah, the flies are a problem. It's not just leaking shit. Those are flies. And those flies, pest control, the police. Nosy bitch bookmark. Yep, that's me. Gnaw and order. Me just opening the app and scrolling once. Okay, so as an architect, my first thought was roof insulation mistake plus inadequate attic ventilation. The lack of vapor barrier or other membrane deficiencies could cause the insulation to absorb moist, rot, and leak like this. Could attract flies. The inside walls probably look even worse. Hence, the attic is locked. Again, this sounds like a lawsuit. Okay, after reading thread, I am piecing together info in one place. House is rented, attic is locked, and landlord said you can't go in there. Attic is the location of leaky brown stuff and large brown flies. Mark safe from whatever the fuck this is today. Does that say warning product will burn? Yeah, but that could just be a box. Hey, so I have a degree in criminal minds, a master's in supernatural, and I'm halfway through my doctorate in every true crime documentary known to man. You need salt, iron, and get the fuck out of that house. Mood. Liz, are you dead? We need a fucking update. Girl, this isn't science threads. This is about to be true crime threads. Is this the state of Pennsylvania? Because that whole damn house is haunted, if you ask me. I love the threads timeline. Dearest gentle readers, as soon as there is the word of what is in that attic, I promise I will report back with haste. Lady Whistledown. Threads is officially calling this a leaking beehive. It is Pennsylvania. Something's former forensics major here. Something's probably dead. Do you smell anything? Death doesn't exactly smell pleasant. Yeah, I'm curious about smell. There was a vent. It's so many flies, you know. What in the Stranger Things is happening in this window? What are you talking about? That's just a window. No gross. There's no power and no gross smell. It obviously can't be any kind of body decomposition, person or animal, because that shit would be rank. Yeah, losing power. But I mean, it's an attic. There's usually not any ventilation or like AC or anything like that up there. Meanwhile, in the attic. I'm pretty sure this is grounds to break a lease. Definitely. And we asked about mold before, in which he said it was tested both by his person he hired and the seller. The house was sold as is, and there's been other issues we have addressed, but nothing has been done. Yeah, sue his ass. What? At a certain point, we gotta just start suing people. You know? At a certain point. Was storm related, I think, yeah. Anyways. That's crazy. I am gonna join the science threads, because that's fun. I was very stressed, Lon. We were reading some of the tweets that F1 was hiding. So, I mean, a lot of people are unhappy with it. I am excited for a shakeup, but I mean, we'll see how it plays out by China. So this weekend. Oh yeah, what would be my time? What's my schedule for China then? God, the fucking sprint qualifying is at midnight. 8 p.m. and then midnight for the qualifying and midnight for the race for me. God damn it. All right. I guess. Fine. Thank God, Janelle. Sorry. One of my... I don't want to... Stop adding me to Google Gemini. I don't want to be a part of Google Gemini. Get off... Sorry. I literally messaged Janelle at my accounting office. And I was like, hi, I'm really not trying to be your guys' most annoying client, but I don't have my login information for my account. So... I have my password. My username, though, gone. And what it was is it's like a side email, so I wouldn't have it. F1 Academy is at the same time? What do you mean it's at the same time? China. Oh, okay. So, okay, this is good. Qualifying we can watch at 11:05. My dad sent me $100. Thank you for supporting women. Thank you for supporting women. Can you believe your son didn't send anything? It's not as late. Yeah. Nice pop as well. Hang on, let me transfer it to my bank account. Transfer. Instant. Ka-chow. Boom. I don't keep money in my Venmo because I do know a few people whose Venmos have been hacked, so I don't keep any money in my Venmo. Ugh. Ow. Let's see. Okay, do you guys want to watch videos? Exploring 100 miles of abandoned railroad on e-bike micro camper. This dude turned a United States postal box into a camper, apparently. Okay. Properties. Like, look at this thing. It's a postal. Is this legal? I don't know if this is legal. Can I just buy one of those? Now I kind of want one.
Bike camper, and for the next 2 days, we're going to be exploring this.
Oh my god. You ever just see something and you're like, God, this is a dude, you know?
Abandoned railroad. There should be tunnels, trestles, and there's definitely going to be a lot of down trees. I've never been here, so I don't know what to expect. What I do know is
great start to every plan.
It's about to get dark because it took me all day to get back here. I need to cut down this tree so I can go find a camping spot.
Just has a chainsaw.
I just broke my chainsaw. Good thing I brought a handsaw. Whoa!
Like, I think this is why that one girl irritates me, because it's like, I expect this shit from men. But girl, I want us to be better.
That feels good to get that tree out of the way. Woo. If this is your first time seeing the machine, it's a retired mailman bike that I turned into a camper. Now that that log's out of the way, let's go down the rails and find a nice spot to cook up dinner. Oh man, there's even more trees down. This one's pretty small, luckily. Wow, the river is
He's
loud.
biking.
The river's just down there.
That is loud.
It's a gorgeous night. The full moon. Well, there's another tree down, and this one is very big. So this is a great time to cook up some dinner. Let's get my cozy little camper set up. The handle just broke. And then the throttle stuck wide open. I was like, oh no, this is so bad. Hopefully I can fix this, because I'm gonna need it. Woo.
You guys. Oh, there's no.
How cozy is
there's
that?
no mattress.
It's like a little nest. Wow, I am hungry.
Nest. You say nest. I say death trap. You know, like, not a full moon that means werewolves is crazy.
It's time to get this wood stove hooked up. That stove
Yeah,
is gonna
sure.
keep me.
Let's put this stove, this metal stove, against this metal door that's attached to this metal box. It's not like metal is conductive or anything. and that this won't like suck up all the heat and burn you at some point. $5 says by the end of this video, he burns himself against the walls of this box.
Be warm tonight.
He's not gonna sleep with that thing closed, is he? How are you doing this?
I'm gonna cook up some burgers for dinner.
The overflowing
While that
fire.
pan warms up, I want to go check the river out. It is roaring.
Yeah, let's do that at night. That's smart. That's so smart. Headlamp or not. Through this thick brush.
Oh. Wow, that is a nice sized river down there. There looks to be ice, so I'm not gonna go any further. Also, I am really hungry. Back to my little camper. Oh yeah, that is heating up nice. There's a
Jesus.
flame coming out the top of my stove.
Don't do this. Oh my god.
This thing is burning way too hot. I gotta cool it down. Slow down the damper. No more flame. This stove can get so hot. Sometimes I worry that it's gonna like melt itself. Because
Yeah,
I
it
bought
will.
this from Temu and it was
It got worse, chat. Chat, it got worse. I don't know how. Oh god, how old are you? How did you make it this long? Matt, how did you survive this long? I'm gen- Yeah, you know what? Give me money if I'm gonna keep watching this shit. I'm so stressed now. Oh, LMAO money.
basically free. Kind of like my
Sub.
chicken.
Sub. This is gift to sub. Gift to sub. Again, he hasn't addressed the postal box of it all. Is he ever going to address that? Do we get information? Hey, y'all. Hi, Sparkly. Welcome in. Some people are just beyond helping. He's so joyful too. Like, you know what? I give him this. He is at least seemingly genuine. Whereas that other guy that got his truck stuck in a pond, I knew he was full of shit and was like purposely being dumb for the sake of content. I do think he thinks this is a good idea. Like, I do believe that, you know? Happy Women's Day, we love women, and I fear this man. He said it was a retired postal bike? Okay, I missed that part.
Chainsaw, but the stove actually works. I love onions on my burger, so I'm gonna get
Why are we
these
cutting
nice
it this
and
way?
crisp.
Why are we cutting it this way?
Onions are looking awesome. Time to cook the patties.
Sure, just touch the pan. Great idea. Great idea. Hand right up in the pan, like that.
Time to warm up
He's
the
using his
buns.
jacket sleeves as oven mitts.
Check that. The buns are toasted. Oh. Oh man. Those burgers are so good. And I've got dessert. Got a jar of honey. That is the good stuff. This is from my own honeybees. If
He
you've
has
ever thought
honeybees?
about getting honeybees, do it. It's the best thing ever. I wonder if I got attacked by a bear, would it go for the honey or would it go for the burgers? Dinner and dessert, you cannot beat that. Plus, check this out. It's a full moon. That's crazy. Full moon on an abandoned railroad.
I doubt he washed the hands after handling the raw meat. He's worried about a bear getting his honey. You think he's worried about raw meat?
In a USPS mail bike? Not on my bingo card for 2026, but here I am. The one bummer about my honey is I've developed a slight allergy to it. And I think it's because I've been stung by my bees so many times.
Matt, what the fuck? What do you mean? Also, why are you still eating it then? What do you mean?
It's crazy how much heat this wood stove puts off.
Is it inside your camper?
Boiling.
I was like, surely he's not going to close the door and like... We're not going to sleep like that, right? Like you're going to put it outside? Guys. That's his pillow. He's going to sleep there. Imagine you roll over and smack your hand against that and then you wake up with like third-degree burns.
In here already.
Scorch marks.
Tomorrow is going to be a giant day of exploring, and
Yeah, I think these are painted steel as well. So like this burning is burning paint fumes. Also, this is burning. Oh God, this is so dumb.
I have a feeling I'm going to be cutting a lot of
We're 5 minutes into this fucking video.
trees. So when I wake up, I'm going to do my best and
Just-
fix that saw.
You know he
So
doesn't
I'll
have a
see you
carbon
guys in the
monoxide alarm.
Good morning. I think I slept in a little later than I was trying to. Got to get out of my warm, cozy sleeping bag.
No, I think he's
I
legit.
need to fix my chainsaw
I'm
this
just-
morning. Without that, I don't think I'm going to be able to make much progress. So the handle snapped off. I definitely see why these are so cheap on Amazon. Luckily, I still have my bottom mount. So if I zip tie this together, I think it will be strong. Oh man, once the sun fully pops up, it's going to be insanely nice. Here's my little zip tie stash. I think I got super lucky. All it needed was a few zip ties.
All it needed.
This thing's sick.
How about gloves? Let's bring gloves next time. Matt, let's add gloves to our rotation.
Since this bike was owned by the post office, it has a security system. So I have to hook it up first and then disarm it, or else this thing will go crazy. Now I need to hit it with the key, click, power up the systems, backup cameras on. The security system on this can be a little hit or miss. So every time it works, I'm happy. Had to put the front tire on because when I made this, I didn't think about the lean. So last night I didn't want to sleep like this, so I just took the front tire off. It's doing a wheelie. Can't forget to grab my bacon. Had the bacon in the snow last night to keep it cool.
Is one of the smartest things you can do, but also, you know what you could
I was
do?
planning on having a big breakfast, but with the sun coming up.
I'm so sorry. Did you guys see the giant fucking water next to him? Do you guys see this? Watch.
Had the bacon in the snow.
See that? You were sloshing around out there in the dark? When you're camping, chat, you always want to be aware of when you're near water sources. I'm not worried about the tide rising here, obviously. But if you get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, anything like that, you can fall in and then you're stuck. You know, it's shit like that. It's just dumb.
Last night to keep it cool.
All right.
I was playing.
Also, animals seek out water sources. And mosquitoes, because I can't tell if this is moving water or not.
Planning on having a big breakfast, but with the sun coming up and an open line of rails, I gotta get going. This is too epic to stop and have breakfast. Maybe I'll cook lunch. I'm gonna be clearing a lot of trees today. I am so glad the chainsaw's working. This bike rips. Oh man, we've got more trees down. I am so glad I've got a working chainsaw.
The animal tracks in the snow.
My zip ties broke. Rats. I gotta fix it again.
Who would have thought? Rats.
Got it zip tied and duct taped.
Wow.
My two favorite things.
Double secure.
Let's see if this thing's gonna stay together now. All right. Heck yeah. I wonder what will happen if we get into some deep snow. Man, this thing goes right over the snow. This works so good. We've got a trestle coming up. I'm gonna put the park and brake on and inspect it. I've never been out here, so I have no idea what to expect.
Timu MacGyver.
This is insane. No way.
Wow, that is stunning. Please don't fall. Is that a giant hole in one of the wheels? I can't tell.
There's a big log jam underneath this trestle. Wow. This is tremendous.
Tremendous.
Oh, what is this? I just found an old firearm casing on the rails. This is a pistol caliber. On wood trestles, they have these fire platforms because back in the day when these were being used, it was not super uncommon for one of the steam trains to catch a trestle on fire. So they had these platforms so they could fight the fire. Unreal. This is so cool.
He just trips and falls,
Time to
yeah.
cross this puppy. I'm gonna do it real slow. Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform. Wow.
You can only use my code for Squarespace. A lot of luck to not have been
Rats,
anything.
the chain just popped off.
Please tell
Not
me.
exactly the best place for that to happen. I'll get it back on though. The chain's back on. Let's get to the other side.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. We gotta get the chainsaw back out. Man, I wonder how many more trestles there could be like that.
Where are you
cow. I mean,
going?
guys, look how big this thing is. It starts here and it goes all the way to over there. I like the undersides of these trestles almost as much as the top. Just the geometry of wood. Man, oh man.
All right.
Man, look how it just towers. All right, I gotta cut this tree out.
Kind of sick though.
We've got some more
A
trees
dirty
coming
film
up.
to- geometry of wood.
It's a perfect spot for the chainsaw.
It's really not actually.
Wow.
That's really unsafe, dude.
Wow, look at all those trees down. Holy moly, I've got some work to do. 1, 2, 3,
But he's
4,
stressing me out,
5,
yeah.
6, 7, 8 trees to take out. Whoa. Two down, 5 more to go. I'm gonna make quick work of these. After that last zip tie and duct tape fix, this thing is working sweet.
Have you forgotten his sleeping cooking setup? No.
Oh yeah, here we go. This is a proper sized tree.
So, this setup he did to this e-bike micro camper, he did the same thing to a hovercraft, it looks like. Here's Biaki's attack video when he got attacked in his little camper.
Got one more tree. I'm impressed with this little saw. Besides the handle, this thing's junk, don't buy one, but the engine's sweet. Now we're making good progress. This thing works so good. I can feel the railroad getting steeper. We're climbing up out of the creek. I've got it in turbo mode. We're getting into some more snow now. All right, we've got some more obstacles coming up. Whoa! I'm working up a sweat, pedaling that bike and cutting trees.
Maybe you should stop and eat. Has he drank water one fucking time? Do you have water, Matt? Please hydrate, actually. I kind of need you to hydrate. I need you to pause and hydrate.
Holy moly, I'm getting hungry. Oh man, we got some more stuff coming up. Wow, it is beautiful back here. There's some trees up here.
Sorry, hang on. Hermes. Hermes. Hermes, enough. What's happening? Be calm. Stop that. What? Stop. Oh, it's there. Relax. Relax. think one of my neighbors is moving out, Chet. Also, I grabbed whale crackers. They're a little too salty for me, but we'll see. You should probably eat me. Let's see.
This saw's really been putting in the work.
What is
I've just
on
got
your
one
camera?
more tree to get out of the way.
Hi, Bubba's. Crisp wood.
All right, let's see if I can sneak by.
Happy International Women's Day. Thank you.
With my little wheels, I have to make sure I get everything off the tracks so I don't get derailed.
He should also have a shovel with him if he doesn't.
We've got one more tree, then it looks like it clears up. This should be pretty easy. Woo! I think we're about to cross the creek again.
Absurd. Uh-oh.
I'm derailed and I am so hungry, so I'm cooking lunch.
The burn marks are killing you. Lots of, not rocks. He keeps hitting down trees.
For lunch, I'm having my breakfast. Bacon
Of course he
and
didn't cook
eggs.
that. He didn't wash his fucking hands. His hands! You've been
This thing's
touching
getting hot.
fucking everything.
Time to cook some eggs.
You've been touching everything.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh man, that looks delicious. Bacon and eggs with a lot of cheese.
I will say when you're camping, this is like the slappiest meal. Like it slaps so hard. Just straight fucking protein like that. When you're camping and you're like doing shit and you're outside. Like this pure protein, but like it slaps so hard.
Oh, take a little afternoon nap in there. Chain's getting pretty loose. I need to tighten that up. See how many more trees are down up here. There's a 2-for-1 right here.
A 2-for-1. I've seen dudes with the everything knife. They can't be trusted to eat with that. OMG.
Oh man, that was the biggest
I guess
one yet by far. This saw, super impressive engine. I just wish the plastic was nicer.
Yeah, what's the
It
plan if the
wins
battery
some, you
dies,
lose some,
bro?
I guess.
What's the plan?
Let's load up and keep going.
I guess not.
Back on the rails.
Is the rubber eating
Oh, yeah,
down
no
on
more
his
fire
wheel?
in there. This camper is literally a cocoon. Just pillows and blankets. So ridiculous. I was thinking I could make one of these sides fold out into like a huge bed. That would be so cool. I don't think it'd be that hard either. Just a couple hinges, some gas struts. That'd be good to go. Ooh. Look at that river down there. That is unreal. These mountains are epic. And this railroad just goes right through them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to go as fast as I can because there's so much more track to explore, and I'm worried the day's gonna be over soon. Oh man, there's more trees down. I probably should not have lifted that one. I should have cut it up and then moved it. That was a little too heavy for me. Man, this view is insane. Holy cow. And we're off.
Uh-oh.
Whoops. If there's branches over the track like that, they just grab the wheel. All right, we should be good to go now.
Does it do it again? No.
Woohoo! Oh yeah, we're finally making some progress. Heck yeah. Oh man, that's a big tree. That is a big dog. Holy moly. This is one of those dangerous trees you gotta be careful with.
It would be so funny if we're like, wow, he's making good time. And really, he's gone like a mile and a half.
So since this tree is across the tracks, there's a lot of pressure in the middle of the log. So you gotta be really careful when you're
This man
cutting
is
trees
alive
like
is because
this.
he uploaded and edited
Since
this
I only
video,
have
yeah.
one chainsaw,
That's the good thing about YouTube, is like, you know the video got edited. So you know they survived.
and no wedges, I need to be very careful not to pinch my blade.
I'm gonna skip ahead.
So first step, I just need to limb the tree. I've got about a half a mile walk back to the buggy.
I missed what happened, but that's not important.
I better turn this around and not bend the sprocket like I did last time. I'm gonna be very careful this time.
It's all fun and games until you throw out your back at like 25. I mean, he should have a straight shot. He cleared the way already.
Back on. Hopefully I didn't break something this time. Yeah, everything's feeling good. Wow, this thing rips. Uh-oh. Whoa. What? You guys hear that? That's super weird. It derailed off the front sprocket. Oh man, maybe I damaged something. I tried to be so careful though. I definitely did not hit the sprocket on anything. I must have broke something. I'm gonna give it a once over, tighten everything up, see how it looks. Hopefully that was just a fluke. Oh man. It's definitely shifting smoother now. Now that I've got clear track, I wonder how long it's gonna take me to get back to the truck. Because in my head, I feel like I've gone a long way.
I hear it clanking.
But I think it's just because of all the trees I've cut. So I can tell you. This thing really moves. I'm gonna slow down. I've got some debris. I'm making so much progress.
I get it. Shots like this are extremely cinematic. But I know and you know, you set up your camera and then ran back to your spot and rode past this to get this shot. And then you stopped and you went to get your camera. And that takes some of the shine out of it. And that's the reality of solo traveling. Yeah, something's definitely wrong. He's clunking something.
That's crazy. I already made it back to the trestle. My electric motor just ran out of juice. Oh. This joker is hard to pedal without the help.
There it
I'm
is.
about to get a workout. See you. I didn't realize how much the electric motor was helping me until I had to pedal it myself. Woo-hoo. The buggy keeps flashing. I wonder if it's the security system.
How much further you got, dude?
Sometimes it just randomly locks me out, and I'm locked out right now. Ta-da! Here's the first tree I cut out. Oh. Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing. I'm obsessed with this vehicle. It is so much.
Matt, you stress me the fuck out. Let's check the rest of his page. Let's see. Like I said, he's got these. He put these things on the fucking wheels. Oh god, we are not watching Arctic videos with him. He's gonna stress me the fuck out. I'm so sorry. What do you mean you bought a fucking a V-twin motorcycle off of Amazon? What do you mean? What do you mean? Why did you buy a wrecked Navy flying hovercraft? I mean, views are good. Can't argue with it. God, you stress me out. Okay.
I'm deep in the mountains with my...
We got you. I hear you. They're down trees, so it doesn't matter. Probably don't care about it. They're on an abandoned railroad track, so that's not... It doesn't sound like it's like an active trail or anything. What do you mean?
We'll see if he is hypothermic.
I'm gonna take you guys with me on the inaugural camping trip. Ooh, it's getting cold, man. Sick of deer steak, asparagus, mashed potatoes.
I'm excited to watch the video.
You wouldn't want to go.
You're camping in this? In cold weather?
Oh, though, huh? So I'll give you guys a little walk around. This
I mean, it does look cool. I'll give you that.
That's made by Pelican. It's basically a Coleman Crawdad. I know there's a lot of people out there that are going to remember a Coleman Crawdad. It's just plastic. I got it on Amazon for $799.
Why is Amazon the scene of the crime for all these dudes?
Built this tent enclosure, and it just lays on top of the boat and fits in the rod holders. There's no hardware, nothing holding it down except for the weight. I got a door with a screw, or a window with a screen in it here. I have a solar panel for lights that are on the inside right there. I have folding doors that are scrounged out of a abandoned boat over there. A little folding canopy that I sewed up. This is my shallow water anchor. This thing slides and stores inside the piece of PVC pipe, which is structure for the tent itself. And anywhere I'm camping in this is going to be pretty shallow. That's kind of the point of this thing, is to be able to get anywhere. So
An
I can just stick
excellent
this in the
donut!
ground
You won the
and then
Swell Grand
use a
Prix
slip
with the
knot,
Prime
slide over
Boost.
it,
Thank you for
and
subscribing.
pull it tight on the bow here, and that allows me to not have to carry a heavy anchor around and chain and all that kind of stuff. This boat is 12 feet long, I believe. And there's not much to it. It is made out of plastic and styrofoam. Not much of it. On the back, I
have another little overhang here to hopefully keep the water out of the doors, and little folding doors like that, little wooden doors. Those were closet doors out of the abandoned boat that were way longer. I cut them all down and cut the frames out and cut the frames down to fit the door. And this is T111 turned inside out.
This is like a fun build. Like, I would enjoy doing a build like this. But for 24-hour cold weather camping, you're stressing me the fuck out.
I have my motor, and I actually put a kicker bracket on it so that I can lower it up and down even more and get into really shallow water, but it also just gives me a little more room back there while I'm running the boat, because this holds the motor off a little bit. And it's pretty tight back here. I mean, this is only about a 2-foot area. A lot of the doors, everything is just bungee. And when I was building this, everything has to be pretty lightweight and also multi-purpose. So for a fishing rod holder, I just stick the butt in there and then have another little strap to hold the fishing rod. I'll take you inside real quick before we get going, just to show you a little bit. I have my sleeping bag and a bedroll, basically a mattress. I actually don't need this one anymore because I have the other one. Every ounce counts. I got little lights, string lights. I have not tried these yet. They're solar, but I'm gonna try them tonight. Hopefully they work out. You can see that's T111 right there around the door frame. It's the same on the side behind us as well. Basically just built a PVC frame out of conduit and PVC, and then these are actually the corners out of plastic fence post coverings, like the 4x4 fence post coverings, to make a little plastic angle, and
like almost like a salvage build. This is kind of
like a Conestoga wagon. And then
but the cold weather camping, like I said, is what's getting me.
Kind of allows you
Why are
to
lures
attach everything together. This PVC is part of the structure. You know, it wouldn't be home, right, without a soap holder, a little shelf that I robbed out of the boat. Oh, what do we have here? Toothbrush holder. Look at that. Figure you can just use that for whatever. They don't weigh much. And I cut down a little coat rack as well. So I'll wear this while I'm running. Got my flashlight, a couple fishing lures here. Under here, I have my storage. Also, I made this so it turns into a table.
I mean, that's
Fold
smart.
those up.
That's cool.
And then
that's cool.
Like that.
That's smart.
Turns into a little table. Under here, I have my water. I have a little power pack thing.
Sure, let's
and
throw the
all
water.
the safety equipment, life jackets, lantern, my backpack, fire extinguisher,
Can
can
you
of
get
propane,
to those
all the kind of
fast enough?
stuff that I would need to. Oh, and a little camp stove that's stowed up in there to camp and make dinner. I hope it works. I'm just gonna take you guys with me on the inaugural camping trip. Here's Lindsay.
I'm excited to watch the video.
There you go.
Yeah, I bet you are. You wouldn't want to go though, huh?
Not really. It's gonna be cold and wet.
Yeah, it's gonna be 35 degrees and raining tonight.
Ooh, that's right.
And I have no heat. Should be good. Yeah. All right. In the water, ready to go. That's a ridiculous looking thing. I'm actually kind of excited. I've not tested this thing really. I had it out, but I have not camped in it, so I think it's gonna be awesome. Tread lightly. I mean,
No heat.
This is very tippy.
it's a little tippy.
What happened to your pontoons? I thought you were going to put pontoons on there.
I was gonna put pontoons on it.
He
but,
later did.
Just run
I
out of
didn't
time.
think of putting pontoons on it until the day I was supposed to use it, so I was not able to come up with a way to do that fast enough. No pontoons. We're gonna see if we really need them or not. It's definitely a little rocky.
It'll rock you right to sleep.
Something like that.
Nice booty shot right there.
Thanks.
If you could tie up to like a log that was down a tree or something.
Yeah. All right, let's see if the motor will start. I can't ever tell if this thing has a sufficient amount of oil in it or it's too low, because every time you move the motor, it changes. It's got a little sight thing on the side. All right, well, I guess I'm off.
The men
I have a
watching.
little solar panel up here charging. Window open, door strapped. I'm ready to go. John's jealous, the other two are not. Going on our grand adventure. My food's in there. I've got to find something smaller, but it was in a rush, per usual. Everything's a little tippy.
He's capsizes immediately. Did you flood the fucking motor?
All right, well, we're off.
No.
We're gonna it's actually all right to sit down and steer, but I can't see anything on my peripherals.
Yeah, that's
Literally
not
only
good.
See what's directly ahead of me. I hope this motor continues to run. That would be amazing. My biggest worry, which isn't like end of world worry, but the biggest bummer would be it pours down rain like it's supposed to, like they're calling for.
What do
it
you
to
mean?
do. The canvas sealant doesn't hold, and I'll be very wet, very, very cold. I don't have any heat. I'm gonna have to get creative here to figure out heat. But it's pretty peaceful. It's actually kind of nice this time of year. It's pretty late November, by the way. It's kind of nice this time of year because there's generally not a lot of people out on the water. So you kind of have free reign, which is nice. So I am headed way, way, way up into the back of one of these creeks. Around where I'm at, we have all these tributaries that lead into the bay. At the head of pretty much all of these tributaries is the actual creek. So like, you know,
We're skipping ahead.
Forgot about my pocket full of deer. I was defrosting the deer in my pocket. Look at that little thing. Is it folded in half? That is the tiniest backstrap you've ever seen. That is so small. Don't even say it. Don't even say it. It's tube steak. All right, I'm gonna get the crab chowder going. This stuff, by the way, crab and corn chowder is all Maryland crab meat.
Best things, my
People
dude,
want to
yeah.
say, oh no, it's not. Trust me, buddy. I know the margins on this stuff, and it's not any good because I use all Maryland crab meat. If I were to use some out of the country, Venezuelan, whatever crab meat from who knows where, I would make a lot more money on that, but I don't. All right, put some of my seasoning in there. Shameless plug, I'm sorry, but I got to. I got bills to pay over here. Mouths to feed. There'll be like a link
Venezuelan
in the
crab meat from whatever
description,
country. Would
whatever,
that
for
not
this.
be
Just find it on Amazon
Venezuela?
or wherever you want. Hirschbeck's Green Valley, Giant, Whole Foods.
I think that was raw
I
meat
think
that
Whole
was
Foods has
frozen.
it. Harris Teeter has it. Amazon has it. Jimmy's website has it. It's around. If you want it bad enough, you'll figure it out. Obviously, I love my seasoning, but I want a little variety, so I got some of this stuff. Butter on.
I notice men never have a carbon monoxide test or sensor in their thing. Is he selling clam chowder? I don't know. This dude's got 875K. I'm telling you guys, camping and fishing creators make fucking bank. I'm telling you. That's my retirement plan. Is just being an outdoorsy creator. I just want to pivot.
Smoky in here. Nice. I do actually have a carbon monoxide detector.
Oh, thank God.
Super smoky in here. Holy cow. There's no ventilation in this thing. Maybe should have done the cooking outside. I don't know. Tube steak. To be fair, the Sick-A-Deer steaks are kind of the perfect size for this. Here we go. Good. Sick-A-Deer steak, asparagus, mashed potatoes, crab soup. It's actually super cozy in here. Got my little thing, charging my GoPro up. It is super cozy. It's starting to rain again.
He heard you,
Just a
Swell.
drizzle,
Good.
but I don't know how bad it's gonna get. There you have it. Try the sickest steak.
The iPhone propped. It's raining. It's raining.
That is good. I'm telling you.
I mean, there's veggies
for all
there.
the pain and stuff.
I can't really knock this meal. He's got some healthy carbs in there. He's got some protein. He's got some asparagus. This is a balanced meal. I'll give him that.
Suffering to get a Sick-A-Deer, that has got to be the best tasting, some of the best tasting meat I've ever had. I mean, by far the best tasting wild game. I'm telling you. I bet people that eat Sick-A-Deer would agree with me. That is tender and the most mild, least gamey stuff you've ever had. Extremely good. Tell you what, table, that thing is freaking clutch. And be able to put your feet down in here, sit, that is nice. After being jammed up in this thing all day, that is very nice. Oh my gosh, it's only $6.25. I thought it was
Commercial
so much
crabber
later.
and content
Feels
creator
so
seems
much
like a decent
later.
dude. There we
I'm
go.
the worst. I'm telling you. I'm a crab fisherman. All this stuff with social media, like, dude, phone's popping off all the time. I just don't like messing with my phone. I'm busy doing stuff. Like, look at this. 1,790 unread text messages. And people still get butthurt if I don't text them back. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I can't keep up with everybody.
Can I admit to you guys something? If I see like 25 text messages, I think I'm in trouble. Like I have an anxiety attack. Like I keep my inboxes at 0. All of my inboxes. I have like 3 different email accounts. They're all at 0. I don't let things stack up like that. That stresses me the fuck out. I actually, no.
I'm trying. I'm kind of not sometimes. You know where I want to be a lot of times? Here, in this boat. We're camping somewhere.
Luke here at the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, and me and my son Nathan,
They all love the Outdoor Boys.
we've traveled to the Arctic, and for the next 4 days, we're going to be catching enormous crabs through the ice.
Skipping ahead.
Welcome.
Hopefully there's enough ventilation, and hopefully the rain doesn't make its way on the other side of this tarp. So I will see you guys in the morning.
The lights worked real well.
My mattress is deflated. Other than that, slept pretty well for the most part. It's definitely not warm in here. I can't see my breath, but probably pretty close. I did not get wet, which was amazing. Super awesome. There is a couple damp spots on the inside of the tent though. If you touch it, it's damp. But somehow, some way, it
Miss
did not
Swell.
drip on me at all last night.
Eigen,
I'll
you
take
won
it.
the Swell Grand Prix. Thank you for
Yes, and
subscribing.
we have water. Holy cow, there's a lot of water in
Oh,
this boat. It
Jesus.
rained a serious amount last night.
That's all rain. It's not taking on
So
water.
I'm really hoping that there's not water in my compartment down there because I could hear trickling throughout the night. It wasn't running into where I was sleeping, which is great, but definitely heard running water. So gonna get some of this stuff packed up. Man, I wish I would have brought coffee. That would be amazing right now. Coffee sounds so good. I definitely need to figure out something to have a little more natural light because it's very dark in here. And that is the beauty of this boat. You can just shove it right off over the mud. Well, as you can see, I do not have much water here, so I think I'm gonna try to get out of here while I still have some water because you can tell the tide is outgoing, so I am losing water by the minute. So I'm gonna try to shove off and get out here. Maybe I'll try to make breakfast somewhere else, but I do not want to be stuck here for another 12 hours.
That would be bad.
I'm heating up some of my wife's tortilla soup. Oh, wow, that's more than I thought it was. Tortellini soup, actually. I killed for some
Tortellini
coffee.
soup slaps.
It is nice and warm. It wasn't that cold of a night. It was not warm, but I've definitely had colder nights and been less equipped. So I think it was good. Stayed dry. That was
Yeah.
the number one thing. And that was a hefty
soup.
test of the waterproofing because, I mean, it rained like 1.5 inches last night, 2 inches. It was a serious amount of rain. I mean, it downpoured all night long. Somehow, some way, I stayed completely dry. Well, the motor just conked out. Maybe it's out of gas.
Do you have...
We're out of gas. I'm glad I brought extra because I almost didn't. I was like,
Okay.
we're not gonna run out of gas. We're out of gas. Luckily, we have our pee jug. It's electrolytes. It's what your boat craves. Restart.
Putting it in Gatorade is crazy. But hey, if it works, it works.
I'll tell you what, this little camper boat breaks more necks than a 5-engine Midnight Express. People are just like, what the heck is that thing? It must look so silly. Funny thing is, I'm the only one that'll run it. Everybody else is scared to run it because it's tippy, so I don't even really know what it looks like from outside the water. I have to review some footage. I love it though. I think it's awesome. And I paid $800 for the boat, and I spent like $60 at Home Depot.
He'll probably make 900 views. He could easily make 5K on this video, depending. So that's my guess. 5K plus, depending on the ad rate. Could easily be 10 with that amount of views. My guess is 5K because I don't know what the RPM is on like boating, fishing content like this. But I do know some creators in this space make a lot of money. So... And also, I feel like one of the things about fishing and boating creators and all of that, it's like, once you get your gear, like once you have your stuff, it's one of those, it's almost like a commentary type of video, you know, like you can make a lot of money. And then also you can get good sponsors, you get gear sent to you, you know, can be a pretty good niche to be into. Start fishing, LOL. Yeah. I do like fishing. I haven't fished in years
Plus
though.
60 bucks on tarps, 120 bucks, and then all the other stuff was all salvaged, like the doors, all the hardware. The T111 is off of.
Is hypothermic
There he
and
is.
soaking wet. It was just pouring rain last
His head.
night, and we'll see whether his little boat camper kept him dry or not.
It is extremely
Actually,
tippy.
Looks like he's still
God, you're riding real low in that fucking thing, dude.
mobile. Engine still running. Here he comes. How'd you make out?
Good.
Are you hypothermic or are you fine?
No, I'm fine. It really wasn't that bad.
I mean, it was a pouring rain last night.
Oh, I know.
You stayed dry in that thing?
100% dry.
Really?
It didn't leak a single drop inside. I have a thermometer in here. It stayed about 10 degrees warmer inside.
This fucker. Look at this. 11 million views. Now we're just judging men. That's what this channel has become. We're just judging men. I feel like the big risk with making that content is making sure you don't get out into the wilderness and then realize you forgot something that you needed in order to stay alive. I mean, that happens a lot, but usually you don't. It's not unless you're doing extreme survival like that, or you're doing like what the outdoor boys do. But even then, these guys, for the most part, are extremely, capable. For the most part, they've been doing this for years before they ever picked up a camera to do it. You can always go home. Except for this dude. This dude can't go home. International Judgment Day. That's a cool island. I want to go to there.
So I just got dropped off by my local guide here on a remote, deserted island in the vastness of the Pacific Ocean. I'm out here for a handful of nights, surviving off the land and what's in the ocean, using the limited tools that I have at my disposal. I have no food, no water, any kind of shelter, or any kind of fire starter. There's plenty of resources available for me if I know where to look and how to use them. Though there are dangers in these waters, and I hear
I love a ship. You guys, I love snorkeling in shipwrecks. I love it. I love a shipwreck. If I was more irresponsible and had more disposable income and didn't have a dog waiting for me at home, I would be treasure hunting for funsies. Okay? I'd be one of those chicks with a metal detector. Like, let's see what we can find.
here there's even creatures in this jungle. I think first things first is we find a spot to set up a shelter and then secure
And we judge the
a
remote
source of water.
Newfoundland off the grid
and,
guy. I don't think so.
Go from there.
What do you mean, Mondegers? That would be fun. I'm just imagining it's like Send Help Island, LOL. Yeah. There's a vacation property on here somewhere. Okay, well that's a bottle. This is just plastic trash. See, when you guys litter, this is where it ends up. It ends up on shipwreck. Is that a fucking skull? No, it's a fucking, okay, no. This is, no, okay. It's definitely a coconut that's rotting or some shit. But that does look like a bunch of fucking skulls right there, does it not? That looks like a skull. That looks like a skull. These are coconuts, it looks like. So there's coconuts here, so we can get moisture from the coconuts if he has a way to get them open. And then there's weird. This is where your trash ends up. Ugh, spiders.
So right away, this is super lucky because this seems like a stagnant pool of fresh water. Sometimes there's high tides that bring salt water up into the inland of these islands, but with that comes
Yeah, see, it's
plastic
the
waste.
coconut.
So you'll see plastic water bottles everywhere. Here you don't see that. So it means that high tide does not affect this area. So this could very well be fresh, clean, neither of those, non-salt water. There could be parasites, so we definitely want to treat it, but this is an amazing find.
I like how he corrected himself in real fucking time because he saw the comments and my brain psychically. He has psychic vision. Thank you for following. He has psychic vision of what I, Amanda Golka of Swall Entertainment, would say about this video. See, if he's a survivalist worth his salt, he will make shelter immediately. He found that water source, but he should make shelter immediately. Humans can, it's 3, 3, and 3. 3 hours without shelter, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food, I think is the the proper breakdown of like the very limits of the human survival. Okay. Yes, you need food earlier than 3 weeks, but you can stretch shit. Okay. Our bodies are weird. He's also skinny. He's a skinny binny. He's small like me. Okay. So our bodies would break down way faster without food. But yeah, you need shelter.
Look at that. Wow.
Weather, especially in remote locations, can change very quickly. So if there was extreme winds, extreme cold, rain, anything, you need something to protect you from, because as soon as rain hits, regardless of how beautiful it looks, you can get hypothermic, you cannot get dry. That becomes a problem. So you need shelter first. Yeah, cold, heat, sun. Humans, especially, he's like me, he's pale as shit. Sun protection is the first thing you want to sort out if you are pale, especially. But anyone, it doesn't matter your skin color, you can be killed by the sun, okay?
So this is a piece of that shipwreck there, and there's a really interesting story
I want to go to there.
on how it got here. But for now, I'm gonna
Do we think he gets a tetanus shot often?
keep exploring because it's really hot, and I'm starting to get really thirsty. So we gotta keep moving.
Yeah, see, he's talking about the heat.
All right, I found a handful of green coconuts, enough to get me through the day. I'm gonna secure some of these, drink some of the delicious juice, and then get going, finding a spot to set up my shelter.
How the fuck is your toe doing that? That's his toe. Jesus.
Well, there we go. That took a lot out of me, man. Holy. Let's drink one of these things. First coconut of the trip.
I know it slaps. I don't even like coconut like that. But wild coconut, different. Putting rust to ass.
So I'm gonna stash the coconuts there for now. I'm decently hydrated at the moment, feeling all right. I'm gonna continue around the island, trying to find the spot for my...
I want to go to there. I want to snorkel in here. I want to see, where's the shipwreck? Is this a shipwreck? No, that's a rock formation. The shipwreck's over here, I think. It's hard to tell.
shelter. And then I'm gonna show you my gear.
This fucker's in Crocs.
One of the downsides of living in the 21st century is plastic waste. For whatever reason,
Damn.
plastic ends up in the ocean, washes up on beaches all over the
For whatever reason, the reason is humans.
world. It's just,
Yes, his things
it's
are in sport
everywhere.
mode.
It's really unfortunate, but one man's trash is another man's treasure. These water bottles are gonna come in handy for me on this trip for sure. Great containers for storing fluids. And often they come washed up with water in them. Yep, clean water. And the thing is, by these being out in the sun all day, all the UV will kill all the bacteria inside, if any.
Or it'll infuse the water with microplastics, like what happens when your bottle of water sits in your car on a hot day. That's not... You should still boil that water, dude. At least. You should at least treat it. At least.
This could very well be home. This seems like a nice little spot. There's a bit of a breeze here, which is good. It'll help keep down the bugs.
Good
So,
canopy.
I'm gonna call this home for now. I'm gonna bring my stuff over here and show you what I got in my bags. This is everything in the big North Face bag. Got tripods, these are GoPro mounts, bags if it rains, cleaning cloths for the camera. This here's a drone, medical kit,
2 credit cards in his bloodstream.
including Advil, bandages,
In those bottles, yeah.
sunscreen, that type of stuff. These are all external power banks, solar panel, another tripod, camera equipment, more camera equipment.
Okay, do you have other than sunscreen. YouTuber just stuck on a deserted island. I have 3 GoPro mounts and no clean drinking water.
And an inReach. All right, in my other bag, I
Good, he's
a
got
mask,
the life
fin,
straw.
and flippers. This is a snorkeling set here. Hawaiian sling. I have fish hook and some line. I have a hammock. I casted a vote on YouTube and people wanted me to bring a hammock, so I brought one out. I'm happy about it. Keep me off the ground, get me a little bit more comfortable. It won't, however, protect me from the rain. So I'm gonna have to build a shelter, that's a must. But I will sleep a little bit more comfortably if it's not raining. I have a little pillow, which I accidentally brought, but I'm happy I did. I got this bed sheet, which is gonna keep me nice and warm at night. I have my machete, a little knife, bit of paracord. Coffee is another luxury item. I always bring coffee, no calories in that, but that'll be nice to have every morning. Bit of clothing, sunglasses, headlamp, and I also have a little titanium pot and a life straw. Last 2 tools, which definitely are gonna be very helpful. Bow and arrows, and then a custom made spear gun. This thing is really cool. I can't wait to use it. It's really thrown together with bike tires, rubber bands, and a bit of metal. Really cool thing. I can't wait to use it. Not a ton of gear, but not nothing either. No.
I do respect, because I'm looking off to the side, you guys can't see them, pretty much all of his thumbnails, it looks like he's shirtless in every single one of them. And I do respect the grind. I respect it.
Food, no water, no shelter. A lot to do, including building a shelter, so I'm gonna get going on that now. But first, I'm gonna go get a drink of water using the life straw. Honestly, I don't quite trust this thing, but I don't have too much of an option right now. Once I get a fire going, I have an idea of what to do. But for now, this is all I got. Honestly, it's not that bad. So
There's
this and the coconuts I
multiple
collected
ways
earlier are going to be my water situation for the day.
Do you have
I'm
the
going to bring this back
tube
to
for the
camp,
life straw?
start building on that shelter. Tomorrow, hopefully, find a better solution.
There's various
hammock
ways
here,
to use a life
And then
straw.
the shelter
That is
somewhere
not...
here with the fire ring up front. I want to stay as far out of here as possible because the breeze is going to help keep the bugs down. But I also want to be somewhat protected from the rains and the high winds. So there's always a compromise, and this seems to be good
Easier
enough.
to use, yeah. He has a whole thing of coconuts.
First coconut coffee of the trip.
It could slap, but also that just stressed me. Dude, you don't have a fucking shelter. Hi.
Yeah, just as bad as I remember.
Just as bad as I remember. Dear God, you didn't have to do that.
That hurts. Whew, scary. Dude.
But thank God, guys, he's got the Crocs in sport mode.
All right, check this out. This is why I'm getting the vines from the ground and not the trees. Here's one from the tree. Tied in a knot. Breaks. One's from the ground, tied in a knot. The vines on the ground are a lot more resilient, and they're gonna make much better cordage than the vines on the trees.
You got it? Did you need to take your pack with you for all that? You had your stuff with you. You have paracord to bring your gear and some water and some coconuts. Did you need to bring your backpack with a bunch of your gear for that? No one else is on the island.
This is just a live vine that I cut. I'm gonna see if I can siphon the water from this into the clean thing. I'm not sure if this vine will work, but we're gonna give it a shot. And who knows, maybe this vine is like toxic, so I gotta be careful. All right, I'm gonna leave that for a good while and hopefully get some clean drinking water.
He's giving me anxiety.
Oh, it's delicious.
You gonna make a fire or no? You just gonna raw dog the night?
Well, it's not finished and it's not perfect and it's not waterproof either, but it'll do the trick for a light rain. That's all I got for the day. I'm out of resources. I don't want to go back into the jungle to get any more rope. I'm gonna get geared to go to bed. I'm wiped.
All the fucking bugs around him.
Pretty decent day today. Got a lot done, but I'm absolutely exhausted, so I'm gonna go to bed. Still a ton of work to do tomorrow, including finishing the shelter. I hope
He just wakes up and he's covered in bug bites. Like,
to get fire going, and then obviously I need to get into food because I haven't really eaten anything since this morning. And last but not least, water. I'm drinking that mud water, and relying on that filter just has me a little worried. I do have the coconuts, but there's not a ton of water in there. I need real water. So unless it rains, I got to do something with that mud water, and I have an idea, but first fire is a priority. So I'll save that for tomorrow, but for now I'm gonna rest because I'm pooched. So see you guys then. Good night.
I'm pooched.
I swear I just heard something. Something kind of just wandered into camp. I'm gonna be keeping an ear out for whatever that was. Inconveniently, it's raining. Might absolutely dump, so I'm gonna get out of my dry clothes into my wet ones because obviously I want to keep my dry clothes dry.
Jesus. And this is why we make the shelter first.
And I'm gonna collect the rainwater as it drips down.
Smart.
Ah, yum.
You still need to boil
Good
that.
night.
Jesus. Paranormal video, hello. The spirits of the shipwrecks.
Morning, everyone. The rain let up for a bit last night, so I got back into my dry clothes and got back into the hammock and got like 2 hours of sleep. So it's not
That
nothing.
says 3. No.
Check to see how this thing's doing. But first, a word from today's video sponsor, and that's Saley. So I've been doing an absolute ton of trials. These vines, you can actually filter water this way. It works with grapevine, not with whatever these vines are, so it could be dangerous.
Than the camping ones,
Worth
yeah.
a shot to see how it works, but no. I think priority is obviously finishing off the shelter today, so I'm gonna get going on that almost immediately.
He does
but first,
have
I'm gonna
sunscreen,
have
apparently.
a coconut coffee and some coconut jelly.
I mean, that's how he pays for the trip to get there. So,
Woo! She's done, baby! Check this out. I actually did a pretty good job.
he did.
There's a few holes, and it's not great back here, but honestly, look at that. You can't even see any light. That took a good little while, but we got her done.
Good job.
All right, this is my bamboo fire saw. I got a small board with a slit in it, and I'm gonna rub this on this blade here, back and forth. And that's gonna create enough friction for me to start a fire. But first I need to put some tinder in here and pack it down and hold it with a stick.
This could work.
There we
Yeah,
go,
it's
getting
doable.
smoke. Lost it. It's close. I had an ember, but I lost it. See the ember in there?
Don't show us, dude. You need fire.
We got fire, baby! Woo! Oh, it's such a nice feeling.
He brought some things with him, chap. Again, for those of you just joining us. The whole point was him going without food, water, or shelter. So he brought some survival gear, but no supplies, not really. He has sunscreen, he has 2 knives, he has some fishing hooks, things like that. He has the makings to survive, but he did not bring food, water. He brought a life straw. He doesn't seemingly have any water purification materials or anything like that. So, yeah.
Feeling.
The point of videos like this, by the way, chat, I know we're like ripping into this because I have anxiety. But when chat says like this is fetish content, it's not even just like fetish content for like, let's say a gay man watching this or something like that. Straight men, this is also kind of fetish content for, because a lot of straight men think they can do this. And so they watch this like, oh, I can do that, you know, like, and that's why they like this type of content in a sense.
I can't tell you how nice it is to get the fire going.
Hi.
Finally feels like home.
I don't have any more
Such a
snacks.
wonderful feeling to have that up and running.
That's a cool shot. I'll give you that. It's a big fire. There you go.
Yeah, I saw it.
Saw what?
That creature just wandered back into
creature.
camp, so I'm gonna chill up for a little bit, see if it comes back around. If not, I'm gonna.
I said he had
Go to
sunscreen.
sleep.
I didn't say he was using it.
If nothing happens, I'll see you guys in the morning. But everyone, I'm getting low on water again, so I gotta start filtering it. But we got the fire going, so I got an idea. I'm gonna get going on that now. All right, I'm sick of drinking this putrid water, even with the life straw. I'm gonna make a filter using the charcoal from the fire and some sand
Because you're not really giving the life straw time to do what it needs to do, but alas.
to hopefully get some of that dirt taste out. The filter is not gonna get rid of the parasites, it'll just get rid of the taste and maybe some of the bacteria, but the boiling is what's gonna make everything great. And hopefully by the end of it, it'll be good tasting water too, because right now, as you can imagine, it doesn't taste very great. I guess it's just leaching the charcoal right now, but oh, look at that, that's clean. If I make a better iteration on this thing, I could definitely make it so the charcoal doesn't leach through. It already tastes a little better. I got my canister here, so I'm just gonna boil this and that to make it pure. You can also boil water in plastic, so I'm gonna do that in this little guy here.
Well, no, actually. No. Sure, in theory, you can. In theory, you can boil water in plastic. You shouldn't. But why do they want to flirt with death so badly? Like, what's going on? Microplastics, more like macroplastics. He's cancer maxing, you're so right. Hi, Bubba's. Look how much the bottle fucking shrunk, chat. Look how much the bottle shrunk. Look how much the bottle shrunk. Look at how small the bottle got. Chat, look how small the bottle got from... Spiking his cortisol.
Yeah, I mean, water. Probably won't spend too much time drinking boiled water out of
Then why did we, you didn't have to.
plastic water bottles, to be honest.
He also has coconuts that in theory could heat decently if you truly needed to. There's plenty of dried out coconuts. Shuck all the husks off. You basically have a pot. You also have a canister that you're using to make potable water. There's no
To have this canteen, but it is possible. And up to this point, I could have got through everything that I've done so far with just a machete. I mean, excluding the hammock that I'm sleeping in. And now this pot that I'm using. It's pretty cool how much you can do on one of these desert islands with just simple machete. But this morning I really want to procure some fish, so I'm gonna set a hand line and get going on that. I also might go set some traps.
snails, crabs, crabs. Yes, he did boil water in a water bottle. It was extremely done. 10,
out of its shell onto the hook. Let's see what we can do.
And Dip, actually, no, I'm not letting you show. No, we're not going to stand with it's useful that you can show that. It's not. It's dumb. Don't do this. It's dumb. Don't boil water. Don't boil water in a water bottle, okay? Actually, I'm not letting you be like, it's useful to show that you could if you needed to. No, actually, this is dumb. There's 80 other, you know what I watched Bear Grylls. I watched Man vs. Wild. I watched Man Outdoors. I watched whatever the fuck, Buddy Survival, whatever the fuck that show with the one hippie and the one dude did, okay? The barefoot guy and the non-barefoot guy, okay? I watched those shows. You know what they never fucking did on those shows, despite all the shit they did? They never boiled water in a plastic bottle. You know why? Because it's dumb, okay? And we're gonna acknowledge that it's dumb. Thank you.
Looks like the water's pretty calm on this area right now. I think I'm gonna come back with my gear and get in the water. This is the den of a coconut crab, I believe. So I cut open this here coconut.
Coconut crabs scare the shit out of me.
A little bit, see if I can catch a crab. This mound of sand is not natural. It's actually made by some chicken-like bird that piles up the sand and lays its eggs in it.
Boiled plastic, exactly.
It'd be awesome to eat one of those. I haven't seen one yet, but apparently they come around, and there should be eggs in there if they've laid them. But that's something I'm gonna check for on another day. I gotta keep on fishing, especially while the tides are like this.
Okay, so this is like send help. Yeah, coconut crabs are like big, and there's usually a lot of them. And they're also like terminators. They'll eat you. They will eat you. They will eat you. They will. Like people in chat were saying, they got Amelia Earhart is suspected because they think that she crashed. And if she survived the crash, she wouldn't have been able to get away from the coconut crabs is the theory. They open coconuts with their claws. Yeah, that's why they're called coconut crabs. They scare the shit out of me. Them, hippopotamuses. What else? Mostly them and hippopotamuses.
I wonder if it's dangerous.
Oh, leopard seals. Leopard seals also scare the shit out of me.
I'm just gonna back out of here slowly. So I heard rumors there might be wild pigs here, so that's a good sign. Or maybe not. We're gonna have to come back out looking for them, because there might be some potential food.
I just got a notification from my Sky app that apparently the International Space Station will be flying over my location soon. I don't know how that works. I don't know if I'll be able to see that, but that's cool.
Wow, look at the size of that
Jesus.
lobster shell. Oh my God, that's a giant. I'm gonna go in the water because it's nice and calm, and hopefully I can get myself some lunch.
Fishy.
Woohoo! Fish, baby! Woo!
Be careful with that wreck, dude.
That's two, baby! Two's good enough for now. I'm a little bit shooken up. I was just swimming.
I'm so sorry. I know he's doing a survival thing, but I just saw all the bugs surrounding the fish. the sand mites.
In there and a big wave came and smashed me as I was spearfishing right beside the wreck, and obviously there's a lot of sharp metal around, and I was kind of like pushed around for a good couple of seconds, and I didn't really know how far I got pushed or whatever, but it freaked me out. It really freaked me out. So I'm gonna head back to camp and cook up this fish and go on from there. Look at that, perfect little fillet board. Almond leaves. Pick a couple of these, we're gonna cook the fish in this. Look at this beautiful piece of blue and red coral I found washed up on the shore. I'm gonna add these to the collection.
Interior design, exterior design. He seems to know what it is, so I think he's assuming that it's edible.
Lunch is served. Where do I start? Start on the little guy. Oh, so good. I actually already feel my body coming back to life a little bit. Some coconut. Some more coconut.
Yeah, he said almond leaf. He said almond leaf. I mean, good to practice if it's level, I suppose.
So I don't know if this bow will have enough power to take out that big pig,
It definitely will not.
but if there's smaller ones lurking about, that might be more ideal. I'll have it handy in case that happens. I've mostly been relaxing since last. Skeleton of Amelia Earhart, and it's actually rumored that she was eaten by coconut
Earnhardt? Is it not Earhart? Is there an N in there and I've been saying it wrong?
crabs. I think the story goes a little bit.
Oh no.
Rain finally chilled out. It's just after 2 a.m. The shelter's nice and dry. It's cozy.
Good job on the shelter.
I'm tired. See you guys.
No, he just loves Dale. I'm skipping around.
They're too cute, and they just come right up to you. Like, I can't shoot that thing. Well,
Not
the
the
coconuts seem to be
babies.
eaten. Maybe it was the pigs. They are around. Or maybe it was the coconut crabs. We won't find out tonight, but I'll come back with a new strategy tomorrow. And hopefully, we'll see them. Sir Francis Bacon. And what happened was Sir Francis Bacon and the pig mutineers at this time formed a pirate brigade, which ended up commandeering and raiding US and Japanese warships during this time. They were very successful, but a storm came along and it ended up having them crash land here in this harbor, in this bay, where unfortunately they ended up getting trapped and stuck. They were completely marooned. Some of the pigs died, others came ashore, and as a result, this island is inhabited by the direct descendants of Sir Francis.
So he's a fan fiction writer too, not just a survivalist. I'm glad an animator paid. I mean, this is kind of a sick character design. This is kind of fun. This is fun. The Romantasy series is crazy. Look at this! That's so cool. These are far bigger fish than they look like on the camera. Be careful, dude, you're in the wreckage.
The broken band on the spear gun makes this thing have a lot less power, which means I have to be a lot closer, which means I might as well use this thing. So, going back out with the Hawaiian sling.
And this is why men need community. This is why men should find community within each other and stop trying to get women to fix their loneliness problem, because we get things like this.
Oh my god, those baby piglets are so cute! I want to take one home with me.
Fishies.
Lunch. So Mama's been getting into my coconut bait. Having second thoughts about not shooting you with my bow. But the babies, they're so cute. Let's head back and eat that delicious steak I've been saving for the last 7 days. I'm joking, I wish. Oh.
I was like, dude, what?
They have better things to do. Now just hanging out, enjoying my afternoon, waiting
He's
for
not gonna kill
the
the
local
pig.
fishermen to come back.
Yeah.
They said they should be here around 5 o'clock, which is in just...
Oh, they all went fishing together. Just bros being bros.
These kids are just showing me up. They're pulling the fish up by the boatload right now, the big ones too. But we're looking for a lobster, so we're gonna keep looking.
Do you guys want to see the guy all these guys want to be? This is Outdoor Boys. This is from 3 months ago. He took a hiatus. He was making regular videos, and then he took hiatus to spend more time with his family. And also, he's now on the board of a church or something. I don't know. That recently came out. He's on the board of something. But yeah. I know the steak was a joke, Retro. He immediately admitted to it being a joke.
Luke here with the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel.
Luke here with the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. Yeah, it was really annoying when he like made a very seemingly noble sacrifice of, you know, I want to take a step away from YouTube so I could be with my family and spend time with my wife, because I feel like it's taken away from that. And all of those shithead incel chads on Twitter were like, this is the woman he's abandoning 19 million subscribers for. It's like, you guys would never know the loving touch of a woman if you guys weren't such miserable fucks.
Channel and welcome to the west coast of Alaska.
He also stopped after verbally berating his child for not building a fire well. Yeah. In Burning Hot Summer, Australia, the guy's snow videos put me to sleep all cozy. This guy is stupid beta cuck. Yeah, it was a lot of that. Multiple things can be true. He cannot be a perfect fucking dude and still have made a decision or two that also irritated a lot of people. He also recently helped another creator put out a video while while the other creator was helping his wife. Was it him or his wife that was dealing with cancer treatment, and the creator couldn't make videos, and so he helped him make a video on his account. And he can be a stupid beta cuck.
I'm camping in one of the most remote parts of Alaska in order to find walrus ivory. A dead walrus washed up on the beach after a storm, and it's a race against time for me to get there before the bears or someone else does first. While I'm here, I'm also going to be keeping an eye out for washed up antiques, and I'm going to be searching the tundra for caribou antlers. And I have to do it all while watching my back
People are complex,
for big
yep.
grizzly bears.
For that guy's account, yeah. No, I know he made a video for that guy's account. I couldn't remember if he was going through treatment or his wife was going through treatment.
Just got a text message from my buddy Gabe out west. Says he just found a walrus. Looks like I'm going walrus hunting. Look at this.
Bear tracks.
See, there's the fresh grizzly bear tracks, and you can tell that there's layers of old prints underneath that. Grizzly bears like to walk up and down the same trails over and over again. This bear's been using this trail for a while. I definitely don't want to leave my gear on this trail or I'm going to have bear problems.
Notice how he has bear spray, chat, and easy reach.
I got off the grizzly bear trail and I can see another trail going right through here. You can see here the hoof prints. These are all caribou tracks.
Caribou?
I've got about 3.5 miles to go down that beach to get to the walrus carcass. So I'm gonna leave most of my gear right here and hope the bears don't find it before I get back. My guess is that as long as I'm back here before nightfall, I should be okay.
I'd be less worried about bears and more worried about shitheads, but that's just me.
Hey, you know, people tell you all the time, don't leave food in your pack because the bears will get into it. Bears will get into your pack just because it's a funny color or an unusual material. They're like a toddler. They don't need an excuse to destroy something. They'll do it just because they're bored or curious. Oh, man.
We're not going to watch it, but over here this video says surviving the cave of death.
And look at these wolf prints. Look at the size of that. That is a big wolf print.
I feel like a lot of city dwellers like myself don't fully realize how big. Sorry, there's a McLaren outside. Is that a McLaren? Yeah, it's a McLaren. The neighbors across the street have a McLaren. They leave it out on the street a lot, which is dumb. But I feel like a lot of people don't realize how big wolves are. I would simply not go in the cave of death.
I'm keeping my eyes peeled as I'm walking down this beach. I could find all sorts.
There's the walrus.
That is a big animal.
That's crazy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hold on. Bye. Scootish was calling to tell me that he supports women. I did tell him my father hasn't beat because my father gave me money for Women's Day, but, you know, he's been not feeling good, so he gets the pass.
5, 6. He looks like he's over 18 feet long. It's huge. A big walrus could get up to...
See, he's unnaturally tall, so I genuinely can't tell how big this walrus is standing next to him. Would you ever go to Alveus? I would go to Alveus. They have wolf dogs they rescued. I did see that.
To 2,000 pounds. Look
No,
at the size of the flippers.
Jesus, huge.
I mean,
see, but he's so big. So, like, would my hand be like from here to here? He's like he's so tall. So I feel like this is not a good.
That's huge.
Thank you, Ninja.
Look at that. Wow.
Can you legally scrounge ivory off of a walrus carcass like this? I mean, I know Alaska's weird, so, like, not weird, but, like, I thought they had more conservation laws than this. I mean, at least in California, I know we can't touch these. If one washes up, we can't touch it. We wouldn't get walruses. We get a lot of seals and whales. But I know we're not supposed to touch carcasses when they roll up.
Look at how old they are. I don't know what killed this walrus, but those tusks look old, like they've been worn down. And that tooth looks like it's been broken for a while. My guess is this is just an old walrus that lived a full life. But he doesn't look like he's been here for too long. His skin's still pink. They kind of turn purple and black when they start to rot, so could be ridiculous, but it's worth it.
Oh my god, he's gonna do it. Is he actually?
Feeling cute, might go cut up a walrus, I don't know.
I'm sorry, that is really funny. I'll give him that.
No, this may seem like overkill, but anything that gets rotten walrus on it will not be allowed back into my house. All right, I have never dissected a walrus before. You gotta find the joints. If you try to just smash through these bones, it'll just destroy your axe. There's a bony bit right here. Oh, the jaw goes all the way. Oh, I need to adjust my nose plugs. Oh, get them deeper. Oh, that was bad. That was the worst smell I've ever smelled in my life. Oh. My axe is brand new sharp, and I'm barely making a scratch. I'm gonna need to try to cut away this really, really thick skin and blubber so I can see the joints and know where to cut from there. It took me 15 swings of the axe just to pierce the hide a little bit. And I've got to do it
Person
all
on the
the
earth.
way
I know this
around.
is my bone marrow.
Oh. Well, I got through the skin, and now I'm just trying to figure out where the walrus's neck is. They're just kind of a giant fat tube, and where the head ends and the body begins is not exactly obvious. So I'm having to cut away pieces and kind of search around, and it's a lot of work.
See, I do think this is insane, okay, but I do think this is a good example because, like, watching this, his audio is irritating me. However, I'm gonna keep watching because he's doing something insane, you know? And, like, everyone always comes to me and they're like, I need the perfect filming setup, I need the perfect audio. Okay, I get it, but if you're doing something cool or you have an important story to tell, people will tolerate shit quality of things. Eventually, you're gonna need to upgrade it, but one video, they'll live. He wants...
I nicked my glove. Gotta make sure my finger's okay. A little tiny cut, but I'm not sure if it even went all the way through the skin. But I'm gonna go put a Band-Aid on that real quick and wash it off. It's really common for walruses to have trichinosis, and I don't want to catch any weird diseases.
Then why are we doing this? This is optional. He has beheaded the walrus.
I spent about an hour cutting, hacking, and sawing, and I got the head off. I need to sit down with the knife and cut off as many bits of flesh as I can to lighten the load, because I got to carry that thing 4 miles. And I don't care how ridiculous these nose plugs look, they're an absolute lifesaver.
Logically, I know a bear and or wolves will come and get it. So I am choosing not to be upset because nature will come and handle nature. No, he wants the ivory. The ivory is attached to the bone, so we need to take the whole head with him. That's why. He's not going to eat it.
Oh, my GoPro is never gonna smell the same again. Well, there we go. That only took 4 hours. Whew. I absolutely destroyed my fillet knife. And this shirt. These pants might need to burn as well. Really glad I got that Tyvek suit. I just should have gotten 2 of them. Oh. The head weighed about 90 pounds with the skin on.
Damn.
I removed about 40 pounds of meat and skin. Still pretty heavy, but it's gonna be a lot more reasonable. This whole time I keep looking over my shoulder waiting for a bear to come walking down this beach. I'm just gonna be so glad when I'm heading back to camp. Oh. That is noticeably heavier. But now that I've got my walrus head, I've got to hold on to it. You know, I'm dragging 50 pounds of bear bait behind me. I guess I'm technically trolling for bears at this point.
Yeah. It's a cool location though.
A little break, a little drink, a little snack. Let's do another quarter mile or 2. Oh, my back. Oh. If I keep taking breaks, I think I can save my back. Tell you, this is exhausting, but what a beautiful day to be exhausted. And not being mauled by a bear is just a real cherry on top. Oh. I'm really anxious to see if any animals mess with my stuff. Probably gonna be okay. Looks like my gear's all here. Yay. I am tired. Oh, there's a hole in the bag and the walrus head just leaked goo all over the sled.
Ew. I thought you triple bagged it. How was there a hole?
Before it gets really dark, so I'm gonna try to gather firewood. Tell you what, firewood's a lot lighter than walrus heads. The fire doesn't need to be big and scary. It doesn't need to last all night. It just needs to be sending smoke downwind the same direction as that walrus smell. So any bear that picks up the smell of the walrus will also know there's a human here. For most animals around this part, that's all they need to know to stay away. But don't let my confidence fool you. Fire or no fire, there's still a really good chance that we'll get visited in the middle of the night. Most of the time, won't be a problem, but something we gotta be ready for. Well, got my camp all set up and it's about 4 minutes to midnight. I'm seeing the last little bit of the sun disappear over the horizon.
It is crazy how some parts of the world it stays bright for so long.
All right, guys, I'm going to sleep. I'll see you in the morning. I'm going to bed.
Is that the walrus head in the fucking bag? I don't think that's the walrus head bag, but It would be really funny if it was the walrus head bag with the sun shining behind it.
Well, I think I earned myself a very lazy morning, but it's time to get up.
Bear! Bear. Another one?
I think it came out a little. Nice! Whoa. There we go. That's a walrus tusk right there. It's like hollow down to
Sun
about
getting
there.
blue now. That's crazy.
And this part's all solid. Oh, that's heavy. Feels like that weighs 7-8 pounds. That's a lot of work.
Must we smell it?
And that right there is the lower jaw without the teeth. See where he's missing his molars have come out. But look how thick that bone is.
That's crazy.
That is solid. Oh, I touched that. Ugh.
You found them both, right?
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
All right, got some vegan ivory. No animals were harmed in the harvesting of this ivory.
Wow, I thought it's a dome. Yeah, you can jump out and jump in the front.
Here, what's the best way
Just
to ride
jump
a
on.
man?
Jump
Okay. 200 pounds, Gabe.
You sure? It's like 220.
Well, I got a lot of stuff in my pockets.
Okay, man. That was awesome.
All right, thanks, Gabe. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Oh man, I couldn't do this
I'll
without
sub
Gabe.
if they kiss.
Well, I brought my big crab pot, but I do not think that's gonna fit a walrus head. And Gabe loaned me one of his cook pots so I can make some dinner. And he scrounged up a 55-gallon drum. I think we are ready to get cooking. Got a hearty lunch planned for today because I am hungry. Boiling back rice, can of beanie weenies, and I found this
Beanie
Chinese
weenies.
style bacon at Costco.
Beanie weenies.
Good for about a year without refrigeration.
Not the bouillon cube. And honey.
Oh,
Skipping around. He is boiling. That's how he's cooking the walrus head.
come back and check it in about an hour. Look at that. I can't read Chinese, but I know a few Chinese characters.
Funny it's been. And the ptarmigans are giving me a little serenade over there.
I've got some little twist ties. That thing will take care of
All right.
All right. We're at 3 hours and 15 minutes. We might call it a night, chat. It is 8:36, which is technically 7:36 for me, but I'm going to start trying to wind down and make sure I don't stay up too late. Try and adjust. We might call it a night. Let's see, is anyone live? Morgan. When's the last time we raided Phoenix? I'll do Phoenix. Explain, why is Phoenix a chicken? Guys, Phoenix is a chicken. Okay. Phoenix is a chicken. Have fun with Phoenix. Have fun. I was watching through my fingers. Alrighty. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.